Let's go. Yeah.
Powered by Riverside.
So smooth. I love that track. I love that track.
Yes,
Good
sir.
track.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are on episode
Fire.
7.
Number 7, G-O-D, 7. I like that number. 7's a good number. 7 is dope. I got the 7. That's dope. That's dope.
So we on 7, y'all. This episode is a
7.
bang. This is one we've been talking about for quite a bit. We got a lot of topics that we have tried to touch and that we have conquered. And I would say, you know, they're very informative. We have a lot of people hitting us up that want to know. And that's kind of what we wanted to do with this podcast, is kind of make it where it's not so much of just people talking shit, but more so of information, more so of informative, more so to clear up.
That.
You know, I get a lot of people that tend to hit me up. Twin gets the same. People hit them up. Hey, you know, what is this about? What is this? I never heard of this. Yada, yada, yada. Shit like that. And that's why we want to get to the nitty gritty of things. We want to get to the bottom of things. So in this case, in this scenario, in this episode, we are touching passport bros.
Bam!
Or in search for lust. And I got two
Love
brothers
or
right
lust?
here going to really give us the nitty gritty. Passport bros that are not just guys that's saying this shit, because we got guys talking about the passport bros because they went to one country and then, you know, out of the States and then back to the States, or went to Miami or something talking about their passport bro. To be a passport bro, I'm pretty sure you got to have a fucking passport.
Cancun. Go ahead. Correct. You gotta have max stamps. Stamp.
So let's go around the table real quick and introduce everybody, and then we're going to break down a definition of passport bros that's actually in the Urban Dictionary. Twin just pulled up.
Yes.
So to the bottom left, let's kick it off. Who do we got in the bottom left?
Who that? That'll be DJ?
Lee. To the left.
I can't even see y'all on the squares. I'm sorry. It doesn't even have the squares. What's going on, people? This is Lee representing the Bronx. Universal, International, whatever you want to call me, I've been everywhere and back. And I'm definitely a passport bro in search of something. Love or lust? We're going to find out when we go through this entire topic, because this is a very interesting topic.
Let's talk about it.
Very interesting topic.
And to the right, my man DJ.
Yep, I'm DJ, man. I'm from South Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. I wouldn't really consider myself a passport bro yet, because I'm trying to make sure I understand what it is first. But what I understand is it's not a membership or nothing like that. Basically, it's brothers that's just willing to travel across the country, you know, and look for different cultures, different food, different beaches. We're not here to bash no one, nothing like that. You know, I'm just going to talk about my personal experience and why I travel.
My man. All right. I like that.
Nice.
What I'm talking about. Let's clear this thing up. Let's talk about it. And to my left, we got the one and only.
The twin, Chelsea, a.k.a. Tatted Beauty.
Hey, let's go.
Chelsea, we can't see Chelsea that much.
That's what's up.
Huh?
All right, what about now? You good? And over to the right.
She got to scoot over a little bit more.
Oh. Okay, over here to the right, we got the ghost with the most, baby. Straight out of Chi-Town. You feel me? Let's get it. Everybody that's tuned in right now, everybody on IG, everybody on the book, everybody on YouTube. We appreciate y'all support. We want y'all to share this. We want y'all to go to our YouTube page. What's the YouTube page, Swiss?
It is Hookah and Bake Talks with the Twins. I will drop the link down below, or you can go to our page, Hookah and Bake Talks with the Twins. It's located on both of our pages. So.
In case you missed any of these episodes, in case you want to follow up on any episodes, go check us out, y'all. Check out the IG page as well, also with the name of Hookah Vape Talks with the Twins. Check out the page, like, subscribe, share, let your people know about it. Let's make this thing something to go to. Now, furthermore, let's get into the good shit. Let's get into the good shit. What's the definition, Twin, of passport bros?
According to the Urban Dictionary, the passport bros are men who have chosen to seek out foreign women, typically from other countries, for relationships. They believe the Western women have been influenced by culture and social pressure to behave in a certain way, and that by seeking out foreign women, they can find a more authentic, fulfilling, and harmonious relationship. This is seen as a way to restore the natural balance between masculinity and feminine energy, and to avoid the wickedness of Western women.
The wick?
Wow.
The wicked.
What was the word? The what? The
You
wickedness?
goddamn Western women, you wicked.
That was Urban Dictionary?
So that's
Dang.
the urban
Wow. The
So the urban-
wickedness of West.
saying that
Damn.
this is what it is. So
That's
just real quick, I'm gonna just touch on what I've heard it is, and then we're gonna get into y'all. And then Twin, you let everybody know what you heard. Just I've heard. I mean, I've traveled a lot of places due to being in the Army. You know what I'm saying? For 13 years, I traveled to a lot of places. So I've always had a passport. I was blessed enough to get up out the hood and travel. And ever since 17, I always wanted to go travel and see how other people. It wasn't so much more of the women. I did hear tales and stories of that women were a lot more easier to get. And we, as growing up in a Western area, as us growing up in states and shit, we tend to always, you go to a club, holla at a chick, 9 out of 10 times, a lot of times shorties is snubbing cats. You feel like they're not trying to hear none of that shit. And then you go to like maybe an overseas spot, an overseas club, and guess what? Oh shit, you can be as ugly as a motherfucker. You could be 300 pounds, but you could get a fucking J-Lo that wants you. You know what I'm saying? And go pay all the attention in the world to you. So I've seen that happen. I've witnessed it happen. And, I wouldn't consider that. I don't know exactly what a passport bro is, but I am following the page. I have seen them always going to different places in different countries and pretty much bragging about the girls that they got in that area or whatever like that. So that was my take on it. I just see a bunch of guys going there, having fun, having a blast. But what kind of gets me confused is when they start to talk about that they're looking for love from these girls that are 9 out of 10 times working girls most of the time. Let's be honest. Is this show we can talk and say whatever the fuck we want to say?
Yeah,
so
whatever we want to say.
Most of the time, these girls are working girls, so they're going to cater to any motherfucker that's got a passport. You know what I mean? And it kind of seems like sometimes guys get lost in the sauce and forget, like, okay, I'm winning because I'm the smartest guy in a retarded class. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much that I'm winning because I'm really that dude. I'm winning because, look, hello, it's not that many Americans. I can come over here. I can bag what I want. I don't have to even fit the standard of what an American woman would make me have to fit. This chick is going to go for whatever the fuck she wants because I got a passport. So that's what I've seen. What have you seen, Chelsea?
So, I've not necessarily seen. It's what I've heard. But my take on it is, I don't care what you like. You can like whatever nationality, even if it's not your nationality. My issue with the passport bros are the selective ones, are the ones who choose to bash their own women, bash their own nationality. And, majority of passport bros are African-American men. So my issue is, because I have a lot of mixed races in my family. So, of course, I'm not no way of, I have an issue with anybody dating what they date. But when you start to bash your own people, that's where I have the issue at, and start to downplay your own people. And it's like, hold up. You came from a black woman, for one. You can have your preference all you want, but don't turn around and categorize all black women just because you've had one or two bad black women. Like, don't put us all in one category just based off of that onesies or twosies. If you prefer this type of woman, maybe you see some qualities in these type of women that you didn't see in the past black women that you've dealt with. Cool, but don't put that outlook on all black women. Just stick to what you like. If you like Asian, Mexican, whatever, that's cool. But don't bash your own people. So, I'm here for people dating what they like, but just don't come at, the people who made you.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So let's hop into this shit, man. Let's start over with my boy DJ, because I always hit up my boy. I know my boy Lee finna go hard too. But let's start over with my boy DJ. I got a question for you, man. So let me first ask you this: is your preference Western women, or do you prefer women from other countries, from overseas?
From my personal experience, man, I really would like to I'm just talking from my personal experience. To me, it's who see my heart, whoever see me without my color, without my benefits, without my success.
Okay. Amen. So do you feel as though, well, let me ask you this. When you go over, do you see a difference between American women, Western women, or women that are overseas in foreign countries? Is there a difference?
There's a huge difference. And I heard you speaking of working girls. Yeah, there's a lot of working girls here. There's a lot of working girls in Miami. There's a lot of working girls in Jacksonville, Tampa, Okay. And I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of women here all the women cross country, man, are not working girls. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, but I got to ask you this, though. I hear you on that, but come on, let's be honest. If we're going to a club, 90% of the time, if you're going in a club overseas, let's take Colombia. You're in Colombia right now, right? Let them know where you at. Let them know.
I'm in Cartagena, Colombia, but see, I don't club.
Okay.
I can't speak on that because I don't club. Even my homeboys that come out here, they get mad at me because I don't club with them. I don't go out to club. I was a DJ for 17 years. I got tired of the club life. You know what I mean? I'm more of a, I'm ready to get rid of all that. I'm looking for real love, and so far it's been going very great here.
How, and now when you say you're looking for real love, what made you go overseas to look for real love?
Before I came over here, I did what I always do in America. I get on dating apps. I'll go out on a couple dates here and there, and then something just told me, why don't I change my zip code and go to a country that I would like to visit anyway? I plan on coming here anyway for some business, because I'm in real estate myself. Okay. So I said, okay, let me zoom in on a different area, and I zoomed in cross country, and before you know it, it was like I got so many messages I couldn't even keep up with them. It was crazy. And when I got here, I have several women here, the chicas here. They'll tell you that, hey, African American men or any men from America will get more matches than the women in this country.
Than the men in the country.
Correct. So the men in this country get more matches than the women in this country.
Oh, the men get okay. So there's women out there that's passport sister in other words.
Correct.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Lee, let me ask you the same two questions. What are you? Yeah. Do you prefer an American Western woman, or do you prefer a woman from overseas, a foreign woman?
That's a hard question because I know women in the United States, they're a little different than women across seas, I mean, let's just be real. Me, like I said, whoever see me for my heart and what I got on the table, then that's what I go with. So happen that I have more luck here than I do in the States.
Now, okay, and that's why Lee, I want to hear from Lee these two questions. Do you prefer an American woman, Western woman, or do you prefer a foreign woman, or do you have no preference? What does it depend on?
Honestly, it depends on my day.
Let's be real. Okay.
I'm being real. Actually, I'm being real. It depends on my day at this point because I was married for 10 years to an American woman that was in the Air Force. She showed me the world, and she fucking robbed me.
Robbed you of what?
Life.
Of all my money. She fucking just did me dirty. She was a dirty. She just was grimy New York, like how grimy. I'm not being stereotypical, but a lot of women, the Cardi B's you see, the damn Spice Ice, those we coming from New York, coming from the Bronx, where I grew
Yeah.
up from in New York City. There's a lot of grimy women. There's a high percentage of grimy, dirty women. That's how they were raised. I'm not
Okay.
blaming the generation because you're black, white, Spanish, Puerto Rican, whoever you are, where I came from. That's what I grew up around. It just so happened that I was raised in a predominantly black and Spanish environment.
Yeah.
So
So
I've tried.
when you went to the foreign territory, was there a difference? When you started, when
Yeah.
you traveled?
My wife, my ex-wife, my first wife was the first person that took me to an Asian country. I went to Japan,
Okay.
and that
Did she-
same night, my life changed.
Did she ever do you
That
dirty?
night we landed.
Did she ever do you
My
dirty?
ex-wife,
Yeah.
my ex-wife.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Real
Okay.
dirty.
So you done dirty by the Air Force in the States, and you got done dirty by the girl over in a foreign country. Is that right?
Doubles.
Okay.
Double trouble.
So
Twice.
So let me ask
Correct.
you guys a question. So when you say DJ, when you said that when you got there, when you were able to get more matches, you were able to get it. Why do you think so? Why do you think that? Like, why are you getting more matches over there than you are in the States?
I think it's several reasons. It can't be just one. Of course, you got the women that see you as, a United States American, and they looking for a passport. You got women that's don't even want to go out their country. Okay,
Yeah.
they looking for someone that's real, longevity, and then you got some women that are working girls that see you just for a dollar sign. And then you got some women that's just looking for a good time and don't want nothing serious, but they just want to have fun and, date and things like that. So you got several different reasons why.
So, okay, you guys, one by one,
Well, I
explain
have
to
a
me what the
question.
passport bros
Wait,
is.
wait, wait. I had a quick question.
Okay.
So when you say that you have better luck in the foreign country where you are with women than the States, have you been to multiple states to where you decided to be like, okay, this is where I have better at being out the country, or are you just
I've
basing
been
off
I,
the
I've been all over. Like I said, I do real estate. I've been in Memphis, Texas. Memphis. I've been in Texas. I've been in Florida, Georgia. I've been to where else I've been? Oh, Mississippi, Natchez, Mississippi. I've been several different states and cities, tons of cities, and it's just a night and day difference. I got to be honest with you. It's a night and day difference. They gonna fucking treat you well here. It don't matter if they working. It don't matter if they not working.
And what's
They
treating you?
know that the women know they place here as a woman. Sometimes you hear the word submissive in the States, and the new modern women, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear nothing about submissive, because they think they hear the word,
My man did the hand claps. You know what? That's very real.
It's about to get
That's
spicy
real.
now. It's about to get
You know,
spicy.
DJ, right?
Break it
They hear
down,
the
brother.
word submissive,
right?
and they think it's more about being a robot or being a slave or something like that. No, that's not the case. Men just want what women looking for. Women looking for you to be a traditional man. My woman, she ain't touching no roof. Okay, she ain't touching no oil on no car change, no tires, none of that. I'm pulling up. Plumbing need to be there. I'm gonna do my part. My woman not even allowed to touch the trash.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at this point, you can't get a traditional man, and you want to live hot girl summer every week.
Ah.
That's real
Okay.
shit. That's real talk.
But
That's
hold
real
on.
talk, though.
I have
all women.
seen a lot of women though, foreign women, especially my Thai girls. They be on their hot girl summering too now.
and
Right. But here's what I'm
How many
saying.
summers?
Right. But here's what I'm saying. You're gonna have hot girl summer no matter where you go with women, right?
Yo,
But the women that looking for a real relationship, they're not gonna be on those type of terms over here across seas, from my experience.
How do you distinguish that though? If she's picking you off of a dating app in a matter of seconds, how many other guys is she picking?
Right,
How
but
many-
that's the thing. That's the same thing if you turn it vice versa. How many guys that's getting matches too? You just got to play it out and see how it go. You can't tell till you meet up with them and actually see where their heart's at.
But also, how do you know these women are legit just falling for you without having, like, do you know these women are completely financially stable or whatever, like in a good position to where they're not getting with you just for whatever financial stability
Yeah.
you can bring them.
How do you
A lot of
distinguish
them
that?
are like that.
How do you distinguish
When
that?
it comes to being financially stable, the guy's supposed to lead no matter what. You know what I mean? If you're in the United States and you financially stable, women they're gonna pull towards you more. That's just facts right there, right? Because women don't date down. Women date up.
I don't know. I know a lot of girls got niggas sleeping on the fucking couch in their house. Like, to me,
Right,
it's
and those are the women that's going for the pookie motherfuckers. You know,
Yeah.
they can go for them pookie motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They look for a guy like me and you to come save them. Once Pookie in jail, they got 3 snotty nose ass kids running around.
Yeah. But I've seen it with the foreign girls too. They go
Yes,
get popped. They get 100 babies in them, and they need somebody to come save them too.
Right, like I said,
My had 3.
women gonna
I
be
had
women
3.
no matter what country they're in. You're gonna have horrible women. You're gonna have women in the middle. You're gonna have top of the line women. I just happen to find more perks here from how the women treat their men here, easy, stupidly easy, compared to the States. That's just
Now,
my experience.
Let's get into that
It
though.
is-
When you say they treat you better, what are they
Like
doing
what?
that treats you better specifically, other than sex? Because what I see a lot
Nah,
of times,
you can take sex out the equation.
I ain't
You ain't
gonna
even
say
got to
that
worry about
either.
that.
Everything else.
I agree with that.
why do we
I
have to take
agree with
sex?
that. I agree with that.
That's
I
the
agree with
biggest.
that totally.
Because every
I had to
woman
learn that. I
got
had to learn
sex.
that.
No.
Nope.
In the foreign countries,
Every
you know
woman
you're
ain't
gonna
doing
get sex
everything.
off the top.
But
If
every woman
you
ain't
meet
doing
her on a random dating site, if you meet her anywhere,
A fling.
9 out of 10 times you fucking. That's for sure. But in the States,
So,
she wants you to take her out to dinner. She wants you to take her out to the
No.
movies. It's gonna be
but it's girls like that in the States too. It's girls like that in the States too. Doesn't matter
Okay,
what
so-
country you're in.
so what
If you
makes
got
it
game
more-
enough, or you look good enough, or you smell good enough, if your pocket looks good enough, you can
So
bag
what
a
makes
chick in the
it
States
easier-
or any other country.
What makes it easier
What makes-
than in a foreign country? What makes it easier in a foreign country?
It's not
Why is-
even about the
I think
poor
we-
country. It's not, to me, it's just they grew up different and they still know their role as a woman. You know, sometimes you can say role as a woman. You can just say that phrase to a woman and she'll lose her mind. What role? What you mean role?
Yeah.
The same fucking role I got as a man. You want to be treated right?
But what women will lose their mind? Because it sounds like you referencing that. I feel like it's reference to black women.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you how it is.
You did
But
the
I'm
Scooby
I'm gonna
Doo.
tell you how it is. See, here's the thing with my experience. With mine,
Let me button up my collar.
I'm gonna tell you
I
how
gotta
it
get
is.
good.
With white women, with black women, it don't matter. Just women in the States, period. I can't put no color on it.
Okay, that's just. I just want to clear that
So
up.
generalize it. But you know what? I like that Chelsea brought this up. You know why? Because black women always tend to think that when a brother is going to get greater value somewhere else, that he's shitting on the black community. He's shitting on-
Women do it too. They date outside. White
but-
men. They date. Come on.
But black women especially tend to feel like when a guy goes over to a foreign country to, and he finds love or he finds lust, whichever the one it goes, they tend to take it personally. Like I've seen bashing towards the passport bros saying, they can't get no American women and that's why they going over there and blah, 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 blah. What do you think about that? What do y'all think about that?
Lee, you want to take that?
Yeah. What you
Yeah, I
think,
got
Lee?
this. So, I mean, as far as coming overseas and doing things, like my first experience coming overseas, it was very easy. The first night I arrived in Japan, smashed.
Okay,
That
so
was
sex.
my first time there.
So
Yeah,
sex.
It was sex, and it was, but it was different. It wasn't just sex. I wanted her. It was an equal sex, but it was an equal sex. There was
Okay.
no money involved. I've never paid for pussy in Japan.
Consensual.
Not one time. Not
Okay.
one time. When I was in Japan, I'm not saying it anywhere else in Asia, but in Japan, never. It was a likeness towards culture, who I am, black, whatever in their minds I look like to them.
Correct.
It's just like us
You know
looking
you-
at an Asian chick somewhere.
Did
Huh?
she know you was fucking anybody else?
No, it was just like a one-night. Oh, it was a chick that just wanted me. The
So
first
this-
one I
so-
smashed in Japan.
Legitimate.
Okay.
It was
So
a
this
one
was
night
straight.
stand. But it kept going on. No, it kept going on. But it was
Okay.
multiples. It was like 7 a week. It just kept going. It never ended. In certain countries, they don't care about certain things that we care about. Like in Japan,
Yeah.
you show up in Tokyo because of who you are, because of who you look, because of your personality, because of
Because of their
your
fetish.
culture. It's a different. It's just like
Culture.
us going to. Yeah, it's just like us going to the. I would say Thailand, which y'all about to go to next week, right? They
Yeah.
have an interest in what they're gonna see in both of y'all, because somebody's gonna try to smash you. I'm saying thousands are gonna try to smash you, Kashi, and some guy is gonna try to smash you, Chelsea. Or guys or women, because we look different.
Because
Yeah.
and
It's
it's
a
like a fetish.
uniqueness we have.
It's
Yeah,
like a
there's
fetish.
nothing wrong with it. It's a fetish. That's why I said
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
75%
it.
of me right now. Yeah,
No,
nothing
it is
wrong with
something
it.
wrong with that.
75%.
I think that is something wrong with
What's
that.
wrong with
You
it?
know what I think is wrong with it? I think they're not looking at you for you. They're looking at you because they seen a music video and you relate to it. So it's like they see me
Okay,
with the
okay,
tattoos
but
and
they
shit.
can learn you. But they can learn
They don't
you.
want
They're
to
gonna
learn me.
see
They want
outside of it. It's like
they
a
don't want to learn me. They want to fuck
they
me
want
and
to learn.
then get some pay and then possibly get a baby
They
so they
want to
can get
yearn you.
yeah, because
They
you know
want
why?
to
You know why I say
they
that,
want to
Lee?
learn you.
You know why I say that,
What's
Lee?
up?
Because they're gonna do that to every nigga that come out there to look like me out there. There's no difference. And I know that because I have several of ugly ass niggas that I know that go out there and kill. But when they go to the States, nobody would even look at them twice. But because they go to these areas in these foreign countries, they have formed this habit. I'll tell even DJ, like when I go on that page of Passport Bros, right? I'm always looking on there, but you notice, I don't know if you noticed, but I never comment really on there because I feel like it's a sense of bragging about, look, I got 2 chicks over here. I got 3 chicks here.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
easy.
It's
7,
just
8, 9, 10. You did it.
Some are you
You did
paying?
it.
so it's like,
All right,
or
what's wrong with that?
Even if you're not paying,
What's wrong with
some
that?
places
You,
you
you
don't have
got
to.
right.
I
What's wrong
mean,
with
It's
that?
not always about money.
it's
sorry.
not that it's wrong, but it's like it's a delusion. Like you can't
they're making
sit
it
up and
seem
play like
oh,
you're
these are
bagging.
my- yeah, that's how they're making it seem. But you're bagging
It's not
because
you.
you're paying the price. The
Yeah.
price is
But that's
right.
but that's not everybody. That's not everybody, y'all.
No, I know
Well,
that, but some of them are making it seem like,
Yeah.
oh, they just getting these women because they're a good guy,
Yes.
they look good or whatever.
Ah,
No,
they
it's
do.
like
Correct.
They do. They
Work
do.
hard,
They
whatever.
do.
not all of them.
But we already. I think
No.
me and DJ, we've been there, right? We did it.
Hey, listen, I'm here
I
now.
did that shit.
I'm here
Okay, but
now.
are
I've been here for almost 3 months.
y'all married to any one of them?
Right now, when I find the right one, I will,
I
absolutely.
am.
But no matter who I marry, if I marry somebody in the States, I'm going to be with them for at least 2 years to make sure I'm not making a mistake. See, I got a lot to
Yeah.
lose. What a man got to win from marriage? Let's talk about that.
That shit's real. Let me make me a sandwich. I gotta eat. That shit's real. I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting hungry hearing this shit. Hell yeah. What a man gotta lose from marriage. I like
agree
that.
somewhere on that. I
That's
think
a good
I
topic.
agree definitely about the 2-year thing. Like I need to see and make sure that if we get over these bumps because we got to get to know each other and all of that, right?
That's
But I feel like going back to the point that I was making about overseas. I mean, yeah, when you're overseas, what are you going to really gain from a girl that likes you and is just infatuated with you being a black male? Let's be honest. In these foreign countries, they go crazy for black men because we can fuck
Yeah.
good, we look good most of the
We
time.
look young.
We're looking young.
We look young.
We're doing them better than what their own countrymen is doing. In other words, their
Correct.
own can't smash them out for past 10 minutes. Let's be honest. So that's why they're in search, and that's why they're infatuated with another, not even just black men, like American men in general, because there's always that split 50-50. 50 want to fuck with blacks, 50 want to fuck with the white guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fairy tale that they're living. But I want to know from y'all, what is the difference between, like, especially DJ, when you were saying about women knowing their roles and knowing their roles, what do you get from the foreign woman that lets you realize that she knows her role? And what is her role as a woman?
Let me show you an example.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
When women walk in your door over here, okay, and there's dishes in the sink, you don't have to do it, but guess what? They do them. They can be their first time in your house. and they go wash them goddamn dishes. Hey, look, we don't really want that. I'm not saying women should have to do that, but it shows that, okay, you know what? If you're looking for a good man, you want to make sure that women's going to benefit you in some type of way, not just there to ride along. You know what I mean? These women don't have an issue with cleaning. They'll bathe you. They will cook. They're not gonna bitch about washing clothes. Let me tell you something. I had a relationship in the States before I started traveling, right? And I was with her for years, and both of us grew up in poor poverty, in poor areas, right? So here's the thing. We used to always talk about, if we ever get to this level, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna travel, blah blah blah. Guess what? I got to that level. Okay, she was just there riding the coattail, which is cool because she was doing her part up to that time. But she went and started doing other things. She started saying all the, going to clubs, going out with her friends, and she changed overnight. And she wouldn't clean. I had clothes. I would get $500 sheet sets from dealers, and they'll be piled up, silk sheets piled up on the pool table. I can't even play my goddamn pool table for fucking 3 years straight. And here's the problem. Don't call men controlling when they walk in the house from busting their ass trying to conquer the world, right? We out here trying to conquer the world. We gotta lead our women, no matter what culture they is. We gotta lead as the men. So when we walk in the house and this dirty clothes stacked up on the fucking pool table, and the man say, "Hey, what you been doing all day playing Xbox? I just got home from my girls from last night, and you still sleep smoking." Then guess what? Not all women are like that. I'm just talking from my experience. Because there are very good women in the States. I can never talk down on the States. Yes, my mama black, but just like my mama black, y'all goddamn motherfucking daddy's black.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yo, I agree on that. Like, can I say one thing?
Yeah,
no. The same thing. Like getting married. Married the Thai woman. All right, boom. She was no prostitute. She was no hoe. She had a job. She was in school. She was doing her thing.
Yeah.
As soon as we got together, I can't do this. I can't do that. As soon as we got married, everything changed. It went from cleaning every. Oh, now she said I can't. She said, well, I don't know how to iron. I don't like ironing. It's bad. It went from this to that. It kept going.
Okay, so Lee, you talking about your woman cross seas, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The one I'm going through right now with legal issues and divorce.
Okay.
Thailand.
From Thailand.
Okay.
Cross seas woman.
What made you marry? Why did you marry, Lee?
Because she's a good woman. She's actually is a good woman. We just don't match. I'm not gonna put up with bullshit like petty little things that you say you were gonna do to get me and you're not doing them now. I'm not gonna put up with caring for your family more than my family. Things started to change once we got married.
So it was a catfish.
And my family saw it.
Catfish for.
Oh, I got catfish.
Like basically.
He sold you?
And this is what I'm saying.
So Lee, wait a minute. Lee, your wife
a good girl. I'm not talking
your wife
bad
is
about
where
her.
right now? She in the States or she's still over there?
She's in Thailand. She's an awesome
She's in Thailand.
woman.
Okay.
She's not from me. She's
So
not
she didn't
from
go
me.
back. She didn't do it to get a passport. But she just changed when she had you locked in and married. Is what you're
Once
saying.
I was locked in and married. Yup, and I knew now I don't want to work. Oh, I got headaches. Oh my God, my period's the worst ever. It just went on for 7 years. The song is
She
called
said, "Big Daddy Lee gonna take care of her."
7 summers. I wrote that shit down. 7 summers. I went through that shit. I'm gonna write this shit. For fucking Drake.
Wow, man, it
summers
just
I went
sounds like you got the wrong woman, man. I'll be honest with you, bro.
But you know what?
Right. You're right. It was the wrong woman.
Like that. I see a lot of cases, and here's the thing. I even see girls that are, especially because let's be honest. There is a lower standard with.
There's a lower standard.
There's a
different standard.
Different standard, and I would say lower. I'm gonna go out on a lane and call it a spade a spade. It's lower because let's be honest. Let's take it in the Middle East. Even in the Middle East, we got a lot of guys that's winning out here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They go back
Listen,
home.
they can go in the bar, they can go in the club, and they gonna bag whatever they want easily.
No issue.
But then they can go back to Atlanta, Chicago, New York,
California,
Texas, these
Florida,
these popping spots,
and
and they can't get shit out of there.
And there's foreign women in the States too, and they.
I'll be honest with you. I can get women no matter where I go. It don't matter to me.
That's why, like,
but my thing is these American men who be like, "Oh yeah, I do it here" and stuff like that overseas. But when you take your ass back to the States, it may be a few foreign women that have not been a little brainwashed by the stateside mentality that y'all still can't bag, but y'all thinking y'all really doing something big in these, foreign countries over here who really their standards is different from ours back in the States.
Well, you got wait. You said y'all now. You got to say them. That I'm not included.
Okay, my bad.
I ain't going through that shit. I've been back to the States and went through a fucking crazy nastiness.
But to caveat on what Chelsea just said, here's what I noticed. There is a bragging method that comes from a lot of guys that are part of the passport bro community. And that's why I say, like, the thing is, like, I see a lot of posts and it's like, yo, I got these 3 girls here, boom, boom, boom. Now, I've been overseas. I mean, I'm overseas currently. I've traveled, so I know a working girl when I see one. I know that. Yep. No, bro, you ain't.
You can't judge a girl off seeing her as she a working girl. You know.
You know how you can? Let me tell you.
That's just like you in the States and you see a girl dressed a certain way and you think she working. She might.
But no, you can tell. I'm gonna tell you why you can tell. No girl that likes you want to see you with another girl. There's no way you're gonna have 2 girls hugged up, grabbing ass, and you're telling me that this is your girlfriend?
It's the same way in the States. It's the same way in the States. That's nothing different.
It's the same different. But here's the difference in the States. If it's the same in the States, why they wasn't bragging with 2 girls in the States?
Who said they wasn't?
2 girls to do that shit in the States. And that's
who said they wasn't?
They ain't never posted none of them up there. Go look at some of these.
Because that's what that group's not for that, though.
But that group that's all they post. They post pictures bragging about different women they bagged in different foreign countries. And it's like, okay, did you marry the girl? Because here's my thing. I'm all about success stories. Y'all saw 90 day, whatever that shit was called. What is it? 90 day?
90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah. Oh, please don't talk about that shit.
About success stories. I'm all with it if you say you're going overseas to look for love because the woman is more, does the dishes, she cleans, she's taking care of you.
Okay. Ghost, can I get in real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so 90 Day Fiance, right?
Yeah.
So my family was like, that's what I was going through. No, actually, this woman, I was with her for a year. You know what I'm saying? I gave it 1 year to make sure. I invited all people I knew from the U.S. I invited people from work. The only people that showed up was like one dude from work and a few people from Thailand and people that I knew in Thailand, right?
To the wedding.
Wedding was great. It was a gorgeous wedding at my crib, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Things started to change slowly over time. Is all I can say. It was kind of like
there was no signs.
I don't think she was out. No, I don't think she was acting. I think sometimes the mixing of cultures. Yeah. It seems okay until you really get intertwined on a day-to-day basis. Once you get locked in and you're day-to-day with me from New York City, fucking the Bronx, like I grew up on Fordham Road, Brook Avenue, White Plains. I was around that shit. She's in fucking Pattaya, Thailand, where y'all going, which is technically like the hood in Thailand. It's like it's what they consider like party life chilling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So fucking cultures mixing. That shit sometimes doesn't mix over time.
But I mean that's only because it was probably not even genuine to begin with. And that's what happens with the 90 day fiance shit. They'll do that 90 day. They're gonna play that part to get to where and I'm not saying all foreign women do that. Let me say that out. Say that as well. I'm not saying all of them.
But Ghost, I played the part, but I played the part too. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you mean by that?
We also, on the other side, we can also play that part.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna take care of you and your family.
Yeah, I see a lot of.
That's a lot of
those are things. those are things. A lot of wolf tickets I sold. I got this.
Yeah.
Her father looked at me and was like, "How are you going to be able to take care of all of them?"
Mm-hmm.
I got
Yeah.
this. It was warnings. It was red flags.
Could you do that to a girl in the U.S.? Could you do that to a girl in the
Take
U.S.?
care of her whole family.
Could
just
you
like
tell a girl in the U.S. that she's gonna take care of her whole family and
Yeah.
yada 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 and get her?
I mean, it was only 3 of them little motherfuckers.
I do that. No, I do that no matter
You know what
what.
I'm saying?
You know.
Foreign
only
women,
three.
when you marry foreign, that is their culture. When you marrying that person, you marrying their family, and they expect
Right, but guess what? Even though let's
Chelsea, I
just say
agree.
that's the case, right? Everything's so fucking cheap. You still save more money here than doing it in the United States trying to take care of one woman.
Yeah, more expensive. So when you
That
go
is
in,
true.
okay. So to caveat back on when you get with a girl, a foreign woman, and her playing the role better, what happens when there's continuous missions? Let's say like you're continuing to meet these different girls out there, because I've noticed that I see a lot of passport bros that just continue traveling, fucking with different women. So it's like you're not
looking for
going.
love?
Yeah, is it just you going to go?
On you.
Are you going to go get some easy
Yeah, that's
pussy,
you.
or are you just
I'll
going?
follow on after DJ.
You know, like, because let's be honest. Let's be
Because
honest.
that's
Momento.
What is it really? Because I hear the scenarios about, oh, American women are less of of women as far as the roles they play, and more these other women are more submissive and
But
terms like
more in
that.
sex or what?
Yeah,
Like,
to me, that's the only thing it looks like. It looks like you're just able to go over there and get some pussy real quick. And then, because if you was really going there for love, that first girl that did the dishes and did all that shit, what
won
happened?
you over.
What
Hey,
happened?
listen, you got guys in the United States that do that, the same thing. So what that mean?
But they're not traveling abroad to go get it, is what I'm saying. Like, they're not
It-
saying,
It
oh,
don't matter where you go, they doing the same thing.
yeah, but they're not traveling abroad selling a ticket that these is better over here. Basically, it's like
It's called
you're getting
it's called a
option
wolf
that
ticket.
grass is greener over there. You get what I'm
I,
saying?
ne-
Like,
I
it's,
never said the grass is greener. Me personally, I just date who look at me for me. You know what I mean? And I had much luck, way much luck, out the country.
So did someone like? What made you figure? Okay, the states that you've been to. Okay, this is American women. It's not for me. Let me go. Did someone put that thought in your head, or
yeah.
maybe you had a friend that said,
I'm not
"Hey,
gonna
you
say that. Never.
no."
I
I'm
did, I
just want
did
to
it.
know,
I
like,
did it. I did
I
it
would
as
never say that.
I did it as experience. You know, nobody. It wasn't nobody telling me nothing. You know, I did it because I wanted to do it.
now, what if things backfired? I mean,
What
clearly it
if
didn't
things,
because
if things back? What you mean backfire? Give me an example.
okay. The women that you're coming across overseas is not exactly what you thought. Oh, they were going to be domesticated.
Then I
Whatever,
do.
whatever you
Then I
weren't
do.
getting in the
I
states. Then what you
yeah, I'll do whatever. See whatever made me come over here. I'll say, okay, let me open up my options and try something different.
okay.
I got a
You know what I
question.
think it is like.
Oh, go ahead, Lee.
All right,
Go ahead, Lee.
all right, Ghost. I
Okay.
don't think it's women in the U.S. no more for guys like me and DJ as far as being quote unquote passport bros. We went
Why?
through the experience.
I'm not a
We've traveled
passport bro.
around.
I'm not a passport
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, would I label myself that?
Okay. Well, do you have tendencies
Nah.
like a passport, bro? Would you say?
I've been traveling before this group Passport Bros. I like the movement. I like what they doing. But it's some brothers and some pookies and shit over there that's making the group look bad, you know. And I don't want to put
Yeah.
myself in the group until I actually sit down with the owner. You know, I talked to the owner. He done reached out to me a couple of times. I want to actually make sure the group is shaped up the right way before I say I'm a part of this group. See, I've been
Yeah.
traveling way before Passports Bros even came aboard. But let's go ahead and put this out there. I want to put this on the table, okay? Let's stop talking about Passport Bros real quick. There's some groups online right now that's Passport Bros on the 18,000 people, okay?
Yeah.
There's groups right now where women paying to get their backs broke to go to Jamaica, and guess what? They way over 18,000 members in there. Okay, you talking millions, and they've
But
been
they're
doing this for years. If you really want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
But they're not
spoke about.
bragging.
Yeah, and they're not
Right.
talking about like passport bros. Is like passport bros is just that hot topic that's overseas from where in our
Because
area.
women don't talk about what they do.
Yeah.
And I get it. A lot of women keep it on the low low, and a lot of brothers don't know how to do that. Like you said, you'll see a guy with 3 women and all that stuff.
Points. That was
You know?
nice. That was nice, DJ.
DJ,
He
you
flipped
hit
it.
on
I
the-
like
you
that.
hit it on the
That
head.
was good.
That's-
That
that's
was real
what I
good
was gonna
shit.
say. And
I respect that.
the difference is that women that go to Jamaica, they're doing the same shit. And there's tons of people doing this. White people go to Africa all the time to get some black dick. Okay? The older white women, they travel to Africa and they get some young black dick. It's a fetish at the end of the day. It becomes a fetish. But what I'm trying to figure out, and like you said, the women that go to Jamaica, here's the difference. They don't brag about how the Jamaican niggas are more passive.
They can't.
More, I mean,
They can't. They can't. Because
if
women want a man that lead. Most men in other countries are poorer than the average woman. So guess what? That's not going to be for them anyway. They just got to go over there and get their backs broken and return back to the good guy.
Oh my God! Amen.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I met one in Jordan just like that. I met one in Jordan.
I get my back
Because
broke.
the average man across seas don't make no more than the guy in the United States, so they're not gonna keep a relationship with them. They just gonna get their back broke and return to the good guy that's doing the right thing in the States.
No, wait. Let's stay right on that. So what do you gain from a girl that's not making shit in a foreign country?
Because men are not that type. Men and women not the same. Men will date a woman that's working at Chick-fil-A as long as she got the right mentality. It don't matter if she in the United States or out of the United States. Men date down. A woman don't have to make the same amount as a man for us to say, okay, you know what, I'll date her. I'm gonna give her a chance. But see, most women not like that.
Okay, but let me ask you this, DJ. That's completely true. I'm with you 100% on that. Guys will take a shit bag all day and try to make her a motherfucking Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a girl won't go down to a grocery shop. She want a Jay-Z all fucking day. But
Right.
Hey,
listen, Jay-Z, if he was working at Chick-fil-A, Beyonce wouldn't look at him. But if Beyonce was working at Chick-fil-A, Jay-Z will still get her.
no, that's not true. Beyonce had a bum ass nigga first, and then he cheated on her, and then she got.
I'm just saying right now, though.
That's true.
But look,
That's true.
But here's my question on that. The girls, let's get back to this. Girls go to Jamaica to get their back broke out. They know the guy's not making enough money. So boom, he's slinging a dick. She's coming home and she's okay. A guy is pretty much doing the same shit when he's going to a foreign woman, because what are you gaining from her? She's not
I
making
can't say that. I can't say that. It depends on what he's going there for. But let's just be honest. Women that travel across seas to get their back broke, more than likely they're not going to get nothing else out of it but that. Men coming over here are getting married, finding real women, real wives. Some guys are still out tricking.
Wow.
You know, they probably doing their thing too, the same thing that women do. But you're going to have more success with guys in relationships getting married across seas compared to the women that's travel across seas getting their back broke. They not getting married at all. They say, hell no. Nah. You think they want to be with a Jamaican that's pushing fucking avocados up the street in the morning for $2?
But what's the woman? Okay, I got you on that. But what is the difference? Okay, like you said, when they get married, if the guy's marrying this foreign woman, what is the gain out of it? What are you getting from it?
Because
honestly, listen. If a man got to travel all the way out the country to get a wife and he marry her, what does that tell you?
I'm sorry.
What does that tell you? You think men want to use every time a brother fly out here, it's gonna cost some money. It's gonna cost some money when they fly out here. It's gonna cost some bread. Okay, you think a brother want to waste all his time, fly to a country, learn a new language just to find a woman?
Yeah, the
his options must be better some type of way.
Because the standards are lower. A guy in the States that cannot bag any chick in the States is hell yeah. There's motherfuckers paying for Snapchat Premium. Cut it out. You know that. There's niggas paying for
I can bag women no matter where I go. You know, I'm a successful brother, and you know, I know how to treat a woman. You know what I mean? I know how to cater to my woman. I know. And here's the problem: right now in the United States, not black women, not white women, just modern women. Period, man. The nice guy finished last. Let's talk about it. You know,
They
when
don't.
you come across seas, guess what? That nice guy finished first. Huh?
But any guy finishes first in the overseas. They don't
That
have a
nice,
standard.
right? But I'm saying nice guys gonna win more. They're not gonna get shitted on. You let's be honest. You can't even open the door and treat a woman like a gentleman. They're gonna think you too soft. They're gonna think you too nice. I got two guys right now that's millionaires, right? And guess
Yeah.
what? These guys are having the same issues. They millionaires driving ghosts, race.
Yeah.
And if they having issues, I only feel sorry for the brothers that's average that's making 42K a year.
But it could be a personal thing. Most guys with a lot of money, they tend
It
to have
could be it could be a personal thing, but it couldn't be as well.
That's true. But the fact that there's millionaires and shit in the States that got other women, the U.S. citizens, that's a different story. I mean, Bill Gates didn't have to go overseas to get no chick.
And we never said that.
Yeah,
You
look him
just
up.
said
No,
one
look it up.
a
He
rich guy.
he ain't never went overseas to get no chick. Fucking what's the other nigga that's rich? Jay-Z.
It's men and women in the States that never paid to get their back broke in Jamaica either. So what that mean?
It's just preference as well. You have to take that.
But they're not bragging that it's greener on the other side. That's the difference.
Hey,
But
to me, if you're a grown man and you want to say this and say that, and if you're a woman, you're a grown woman, you want to say this, say that, that's up to them. That's their choice.
that's true. I just want to know what. Okay, so tell me what you think the motive is for passport bros. What is the motive? What is it really for? Because I think it's just for lust. I think it's, hey, I got a passport. I can go overseas and I can fuck whoever I want easily with no type of harsh treatment. Like when you're in the States, you can't just go in a club and just fuck anybody up in there because they gonna have a high ass standard. Either A, you got to be making a certain amount of money, you got to look like you're making a certain amount of money, or you got to have a great personality. Most of these guys I know have a corny ass mentality because I've met a lot of these niggas overseas. Their mindset is that they got money. So first thing when they talk to a chick, they coming in chant, hey, look, you know how much this, a chick told me this shit overseas. She's like, a guy came up to her and said, hey, look at this chain. You know how much this is worth? That was his pickup line. Like they don't got no game. So they just think that I got the money, boom.
I can't say that. I can't say that they don't got no game because then you're speaking about the entire passport group, and I know some successful great brothers that are a passport, and I can't say that. I cannot say that. Now, when you talking about those type of guys, man, of course those are the pookie dudes that came over here as well. You know what I mean? But we talking about you can't put a certain title on the entire group because men are coming out here for love, lust, and prostitution, and just to date. You're getting it all.
And that's what I want to caveat on. It's not that you're just looking for love. And I get what you're saying, DJ. This is not personal. This is not about the whole group. But there's a big, large community of that group. And I know for that for sure because I'm watching these motherfuckers post every day.
So are you speaking for the group?
There's a big notion of people that are stating that it's going over in foreign countries is better than the Western women. I want to know why. Because all I see is that the women are more passive because A, they're in a lower budget class. They don't have their own shit. They're not gonna a fucking meal, a Jollibee meal is gonna be good for them because they're not used to this shit. So, and now you can even see the inflex with the women in overseas because now I remember when I used to go to Dominican Republic, them girls would take any amount of dollar and they was okay with it. Now that shit doesn't
Right. See, so
like
here's the thing. Those women, because you surrounded yourself around those women, bro. Just like in the States, if you go to the strip club and you go to some motherfuckers that's working in prostitution and the back page and all the tricking sites, just surrounding yourself around those type of women, that's what you're going to get. You know, if you go to Santo Domingo, those women there, you're going to get a classier chick that's in college. They got goals going for themselves, and they don't care how much money you got.
Well, I can say the same as far as like with you. You said that you've been to multiple places. It's like day and night. Was it the places that you've been as far as like, say, I don't know, you say you don't club or anything like that. So what places were you going to where you met these women to where they weren't up to your standards or wasn't up to your likings? Because you said that, you know, you've been around a lot of places in the States. So what areas were you going to where the right women weren't there? Because of course, if you go into the clubs, I'm not expecting to get somebody to wife up in the next year or so. You know?
Yeah, I don't go to clubs. So that's what I mean.
But what do you think about your peers? What do you think about the peers?
Or who are you hanging around to where you don't have that good quality? You're not able to find that good.
I'm doing the same thing here that I'm doing there. You know, if I'm walking in the store and I'm shopping for furniture and I see a woman, she look attractive, I approach. You know, and I did the same thing in the States. If I'm in the grocery store, Target, somewhere out, and I see a nice looking woman, I'll approach. It's the same. It's nothing different.
But okay, so let's speak on the peers. I'm sure you know others that go travel and they go club, they go party. Here's my question:
I'm sorry, y'all. I got dropped. My bad,
consistently,
y'all.
if you're traveling over and over again, then how is it that this is a better form of finding women other than just finding quick sex? Because if I'm going to find love, if I think that these women got better attributes, I'm not going to be going so many fucking places because once I hit the jackpot, I hit the jackpot. But it seems like
Right, you got some brothers that's just flying around to different countries because hey, they just want to date and that's their option.
yeah, and that's what we want to deal with. Now, I want to get back to the roles. You didn't tell me yet. What are the roles of a woman? What do you expect a woman to do versus, and this is where we're going to draw the line at on American women and foreign women. What is your perception of what a woman should be bringing to the table? What is
I have told you they got feminine roles.
I know
They know how to keep the house clean. They know how to treat their man. They cook for you. They don't have an attitude about okay, you know, if you're in a relationship with a woman cross seas and you say, maybe instead of going out to the club, let's share time together. Let's do this. You know, they're going to be agreeable. They're more cooperative is what I would say. Submissive, cooperative, feminine. Because let's talk about masculine and femininity. A lot of women in the States, black and white, any culture, they just a little bit more masculine these days. You know, and that's just like walking up to a nigga and he talk to you like a fucking woman. Is that attractive to a woman? No. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
That's interesting.
I agree.
That's interesting.
That is something.
What do I expect? What do I expect from a woman?
Yeah. What do you expect, Lee?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I expect absolutely nothing. I wrote that shit down. Y'all are helping me write my motherfucking journal. Nothing. My psychologist said write everything down. I expect nothing from a woman. I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything from you to make me feel like I'm dependent on you or fulfilled from you. I could do everything myself. I learned that on my own. I don't need you to cook for me. I don't need you to iron my jeans. I don't need nothing.
I feel like as far as with the passport bros, some of them, they let, like, I know one of the videos I was watching, one guy was like, black women, they want to argue, they want to do this and that, just saying all the negative stuff. And then I'm like, well, hold up. I know some other nationalities that are just like that, just as worse. For example, Latino women. They have a feisty attitude and stuff like that, but it's categorized as being feisty and sexy when they're doing the same thing like a black woman. When a black woman do it, oh, you're acting like an angry black woman. And that's
I disagree. I disagree. I don't think it's about black or white. It's just modern women, period.
I'm just saying
it's a matter of women,
comparing the Latino women and the black women, how some passport bros may look at it. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, it's okay for certain women, certain nationalities to do it. But when it's their own nationality doing it, they have this label based on them. But it's okay for other nationalities to do it.
Yeah, well, you got to talk to them because I don't know. I can't speak for that.
I'm just voicing my opinion.
I would kind of agree with you on that topic. But just hearing this topic now, passport bros, I'm going into that not understanding or fully seeing from experience what it's about. As you see, DJ done been through some stuff, and I have, and it's like, do we fit into that topic as guys going into this? I thought like, I got mad stamps. Yeah, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that's not what they're referring to. I can't put myself into that category or group of people to think that they don't know what somebody me and DJ done been through and where we at now. I think we more like experience, but you've had experience as far as being to these countries. We dealt with the woman. Yeah.
So
I dealt with both sides. I don't care about what country I'm in and what woman I'm around, her That shit don't matter to me no more.
I think
I'm looking for somebody that loves me for me. That doesn't judge me.
Okay, I think this. I'm thinking when guys say these things like a woman doesn't judge them, yada yada yada. I think it's more so of a standard, and I'm not saying it, shooting at you two guys. What I'm saying is
That's
average
correct.
man. The average man.
Yeah, that's
Let's
correct.
be honest. The U.S. Average man is not really making that much money.
Yep.
Average man really don't look all that good. Meaning,
Nope.
he's not in physical shape. He's not keeping himself up.
Nope.
He's smoking
Nope.
fucking weed all day. He
Nope.
ain't doing shit. He don't got a real job.
Nope.
And then maybe the only thing he's doing is slinging some good dick,
Nope.
possibly. But the thing about this is, I feel like the group is not what maybe everybody's motive would want it to be. I feel like the motive is more about bragging about how easy it is to get pussy in foreign countries or to get attention.
Right.
And don't even have to be put. Yes, right. That's the perfect way. It's more so like, hey, look, I got 2 women in fucking Dominican Republic. Okay, because you got to think about this. The average guy is not traveling. So to him, this is appalling. He's like, what the fuck? 2 badass women? And what'd you have to do? Turn on Tinder? You know what I'm saying? So they're not looking at it like maybe you two guys who have had experience and actually is looking for an actual woman that's really going to appreciate. Because I feel like myself, I'm a middle guy. I agree with some of the philosophies of the passport guys. And I agree with some of the philosophies of just normal motherfuckers, like some of the women that be talking shit about these guys. I agree that when you're in the States, you're not appreciated as much as a male. And we can only talk. I talk color because I don't know what a white man is going through or a Chinese man. I know a black man as myself as a black man. I know that as a black guy, most of the time you're not going to get that appreciation from women in the States for having a job, for having yourself established, blah, 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 blah. They don't give a fuck because the culture got them fucking thinking that it's all good to pop your ass on Instagram and try to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? So in the foreign lands, I see that back in the day, the foreign women weren't hip to all of this IG shit. Now I'm seeing more foreign women on OnlyFans than I ever have. I'm seeing foreign women all over OnlyFans. It was not at one point you didn't see that shit. You saw American women on that shit. But now you're seeing foreign women with Snapchat fucking premiums. You seeing them trying to chase the bag, dating niggas in Bahrain, but then turning around and after they get the bag or don't get the marriage certificate, out to the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? I see this shit happening. It's just like the Americanized shit. Eddie called this shit years ago on Raw. He said once an American woman influences a fucking foreigner, she's going to start doing the same shit
So
that
they
American
could
women
be
do.
showing you all this stuff now on this and that. Let them come to the States and see how long they continue being like that. It's very rare.
A lot of these guys.
That's why. That's the first of all, you're making a mistake by bringing a woman to a modern, state like that. You don't want to do that. If you're gonna marry a woman or date a woman, I would prefer to stay in their country.
Yeah, but what is
matter of fact, you got several women that don't even want to go to the States. They like their country better.
DJ, I brought my wife to the States. I got her a 10-year visa, easy, because of my LOA. Bam, they signed that shit in 24 hours. So guess what happened now? She saw the U.S. She saw New York. She saw Virginia. Yeah. She saw Maryland. She saw D.C.
Yep. Now she want a part of that shit.
Don't bring them because they get modernized and then they're going to...
I showed her that shit and oh, man, it got even worse.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? If you having bad experience in this certain area, why would you bring your bread and butter to that certain area?
She should be real.
Well, I honored what she wanted. She wanted to see the U.S. Just like
if she a real chick, she should come.
She wants correct. That's what she wanted. That was being real. I want to meet you. I want to meet your mama. I want to meet your son.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that. She can meet them, but she ain't living in the motherfucking States with me.
You said she not?
I agree with you.
No, not at all. Why? So she can get Americanized?
I understand.
They gonna get Americanized. Listen,
But
I'm telling you,
social
shit
media.
done changed.
No. It's totally different from watching TikTok and being in reality. You know, they know that they know that they're gonna make $400 this month, no matter how much TikTok they fucking watch.
But social media
But
has a big
yeah,
influence on
when a
people.
guy is on TikTok talking about, yeah, treat your girl like this and take her to
Yes,
this,
how
and she
many-
look up and say,
I would be like that.
why the fuck am I eating Jollibee still? when she look, she on TikTok talking about
That's
girl
a good
Gucci.
analogy.
When she see them rapper niggas on there talking about, I'm getting my girl a
Gucci
fucking Louis
Louis.
bag, I
Yup,
got her this,
Gucci
I got her that.
Louis.
She gonna look up and say, hey, DJ,
Yup.
where the fuck is my Louis bag?
Yep.
That's why, no. Like, see,
They
women
have
here,
to.
man, let's get this
You don't
straight.
even want
Women
that.
in other countries, they're not looking for no damn Louis bags unless she's just one of them only fan type women.
Oh,
You know,
No,
women.
you're right. They want Michael.
Wait.
They want Michael Kors. They
Women.
want
Listen,
Michael Kors. They
from
want Michael Kors.
from my experience, you can get a woman a fucking $30 pair of fucking shoes, and she gonna be happy.
how many foreign countries?
Understand what I'm telling you? She gonna be happy for them goddamn $30 pair of fucking shoes. I'm telling you that right now.
Because she's in the slum.
MK.
That's the
I've
problem.
been there.
That's what I'm saying
MK.
about
Michael
the
Kors is happy.
And see the foreign women out here, and how many of them want the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci,
Yeah.
the
All the
Chanel?
women in the States want that shit. They know that shit is not real over here. Yeah. Guess what? They wear a lot of fake Louis over here.
Real shit.
DJ, no, I agree with
That's
you
true.
on that.
They walking
but
around
here's-
thinking they golden.
I agree with you,
This is
DJ, on
full
that,
of
but
shit.
that's a portion that's in the slum so low that a pair of fucking shoes that's $30 is the world to them.
It's come
I'm
from the
talking
Middle
about these
East.
chicks that have experience dating a nigga that's been splurging. One of these simps that came down there that's paying online, sending her ass a bag every month. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Okay,
baby,
well, guess what? Why a woman in the States haven't convinced him to do that?
because it's not because the standards higher. A woman in the States
Yeah,
want to know
Yeah.
You're-
If a man got to
For a
go through
woman-
all that and he's going to Western Union or whatever the hell they doing to send money back, then guess what? That woman done, she won some kind of way. Why?
sending them sex videos. I see the shit all the time.
Okay, well, what if it ain't
Yo, we
got
gotta
nothing to do with fucking sex
Yo,
videos?
DJ, yo, we
She's
gotta link up,
promising
dog.
to- she's
Me and you gotta
promising
link up.
And she's probably
real.
like 20-something years old.
You got some good morals, for real.
And
Yeah.
Respect that.
he probably pushing 60, and he got a young ass baddie bitch that's online.
Right,
that
but listen to what you're saying, though. Ghost, listen to what you're saying. You saying he probably. Okay, that's more. We can't go off what people probably. You know, it just like it's probably that way, it can be the opposite way.
But I've seen them. I've seen the facts. I've seen guys go to visit these girls.
I've seen the opposite as well. So what that mean?
But what have you saw? What did you see?
I've seen guys come down. I know guys that's in Dominican Republic, guys here in Cartagena, Medellin, and guess what? They happy, successful. They got kids. They got a wife. They running their business, you know, and they doing great. Let's talk about those brothers.
Let me ask you a question.
It's just
Do
a
they let
numbers
them?
game. It's not.
do
It's
those
not
guys-
everybody.
Numbers game.
Yeah.
It's not the
Well,
whole.
wait a minute. What you say, Ghost?
So with those guys, are they allowed to go fuck around with other women? Can they go travel other places? Can they go see? Can do their wife?
What, the guys that are in relationships that I know?
Yes. Can they
They
fuck
don't
around?
do that. Nah, they just living a normal life like they would have in the States. They just happy with who they got.
Okay, so those guys
I
don't
got
go
a
travel and
couple of
fuck
homies
around.
like that also in
No.
Thailand. Doing
Are
the
there
same
any-
thing.
Are there any rules that
Nope,
the
I
wife
got a
puts
few like
down
that also
for
in
them
Thailand.
as far as like this? Hey, if you're gonna go take a trip to fucking Philippines, let's say they're living in Thailand. If they say, "Hey, baby, I want to take a trip to the Philippines," would she allow it?
It depends on that woman. I can't say. You know, it
So-
depends on every woman's different. She might say yes. She might say no.
So
Not only
I've
that,
met,
it's not
like
even
you said, I've
questionable,
met
like,
guys
to
as
that
well
fact,
that's
it's like,
got their
if I'm going
clubs
to
and
the
shit down there and all these other
Philippines,
shit, right?
my wife
But
is
one of the
coming
big
with me. Like,
factors
we're doing
that
it
I see
together.
is that the wife
There'll be no
basically is a
separation.
walking mat. She's letting, as long as he's supplying that house, as long as he got the family taken care of,
Okay.
he can go fucking travel to goddamn wherever the hell he wants to with no hassle. Whereas in the States, women are a little bit more smarter as far as they not finna allow that. They know you finna go over there to go fuck. So they ain't
Right.
finna let you.
Now, right. You got a good point. Because some situations is like that. Okay. But just like you got that, you got some guys that's putting their foot down and saying, "Hey, if I'm gonna bring home the bacon, you know, I expect you to cook it." You know what I'm saying? So It go both ways.
Yep, that's true. I agree with you 100%, DJ. I feel like I think the motive. I mean, I want to just ask you that question again. What do you think the motive of Passport Bros is? What is the motive?
I can't say because me personally, I've been traveling before Passport. I don't consider myself a Passport Bro yet until I get with the owner. I want to see what these guys are really doing because, like I said, man, there's some guys over there that's making Passport Bros look stupid. You got one or two guys that mess it up for the entire group, so I don't want to entitle myself a part of that group yet until I actually see what's really going on. Me personally, I think they should put limitations on who can be a Passport Bro. You know, how do you know, what do you got going on? It got to be some type of guidelines. Everybody just can't be a damn Passport Bro because you got bros catching a flight, don't even know how the fuck they're going to get home.
Oh, I saw that shit. I know. Nigga didn't even have the money to get on Spirit to go back. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you know, me personally, I can't speak for every brother, but I can tell you why I do it and why I travel. My experience has been way more better cross seas than in the States. The women know they roll better, they treat you better, and like I said, I'm not looking for her. When she walked through the door, I'm not looking for her to do this. That's just something that they automatically do because they was brought up to be wives. See, women in the United States not raised to be wives no more. They get 18, their mom put them out, and they got to figure it out.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, though.
Because he sounded like the guy off that video saying women raised to be single moms and all this.
Okay,
you mean women not raised to be wives? Like what women? The
For example, when your mom was raising you, did she tell you every week, you know, this is what you want to do for your husband? You want to always do this. You want to always do that. When you find a husband, this is what you want to do. Did she raise you that way?
I was raised in a single parent household, but
what were you taught though?
But you're not answering my question.
Yeah,
I wasn't taught that. I just went based off of what I seen.
So basically, you weren't raised to be a wife.
I'm not. My mom was married. What I know is I don't want to be in the situation that I seen my parents in. It was very dysfunctional. So I would never put myself in that situation, regardless of how I was raised. I know I don't want to be how I was raised.
But
right. You got a good point.
Good point, though.
I don't feel like I was raised to be in a certain type of situation, but what I seen was I know I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to be having, you know, a dysfunctional marriage or a dysfunctional family to where we're sometimes living up underneath the same household as both parents and then we're not. I know that's not what I want for me. And what I see around me, I have a few people who are, you know, they have a healthy relationship, husband and wife. And then I have some that is baby mama, baby daddy and stuff like that. That's why I'm single and I have no kids, no husband, because I'm waiting for the right time for me. I'm not about to rush and do what I see in the United States, of course, what people popping out, having kids left and right, or going through drama and stuff like that. I know that's not what I want, and I don't want to be how I was raised.
But
what you think you bring to the table for your future husband?
I mean, that's for him to find out. I'm not putting that out.
No. I'm just saying. You asked me I want to answer every question you ask. Every question you ask me, I want to answer it. So I want to be able to ask some questions too.
Personally, I don't know if I see myself being married. That's me personally. I'm not there in life to where
you don't see yourself being married.
I'm not one of these women, which there's some women that feel like, oh, I have to be married. I have to have this and that. Right now, I'm just enjoying life.
See, so you lost already.
No, I'm not lost nowhere. I just don't.
No. I'm saying you have lost. You lost already.
What do you mean? I'm not lost or nothing. I don't see myself being married.
You ain't even started the race and you lost.
No, I'm getting myself together. So I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I want to get married and I'm not where I need to be in life. So that's why I'm not ready to put myself, okay, marriage is on the top of my list. No, I have goals. I need to go to school.
She has a good point.
I got a business that I'm trying
That's the difference between an American woman and a foreign woman. Because a foreign woman don't care about being ready. A foreign woman will get in there regardless.
Well, see, here's the thing. I respect you for being in college, going to school, doing that. I respect that. We need more sisters doing that. You know, so I got to give you your roses for that, you know, and not wait till somebody goddamn pass away and then give them their roses like the average Joe Blow. But I salute you for doing that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, don't cater yourself away because you never know. You can meet your precious lifetime unicorn husband that you really wanted a year ago, but just because you're telling yourself you're not ready, what that mean?
No, I've been, don't get me wrong. I'm not closing myself off from dating. That's not what I'm doing. I'm dating, yes, but I'm remembering that what's my goals what's at the top of my goal. My top of my list is not getting married. Then, okay, let me do my business. No, it's taking care of me. I want to make sure when I'm in a relationship, I can bring equal amount to the table as the person that I'm married.
There's nothing wrong with that, but you can miss your blessings by trying to make sure you get there first, then go look for a husband.
I'm still dating, and that person that I'm dating, I let them know, hey, I'm not married for this or that. I'm not going to set myself up for the okey doke, and them saying, well, I'm ready to get married.
I see what DJ's saying. He's saying that American women don't have the thought even in their head, not all of them, but the majority of them don't have their mind set on even getting married. So you're not even going to come to the table when you date a guy with the intentions on even get married. Whereas a girl and I've noticed that too. I have noticed that more foreign women that I have ran across, their end goal game is to actually get married and settle down. So they're not trying to think about nothing other than, hey, look, let's, I want to, and I've met some that bring something to the table too. They got a job, they already employed, but their end goal game is to get married. So already they're doing wifey duties. And I think that's one of the things that is lacking when it comes to foreign women and American Western women. When a woman is out there and she's going to school, she's trying to better herself. The average modern woman hasn't been raised to be a wife, but she's trying to figure it out. And I get it. I know you're trying to figure it out. I know what you're trying to do. But if you meet the right man, they say you're going to meet the love of your life twice in a lifetime. Okay. So if you meet the right man and you still haven't got your PhD or in school or whatever your goals is, and that man's ready to be there for you, and you're not going to take him up on his opportunity and what he's trying to bring to the table for you, you just missed out on your blessing. You got to take it. You got to take it how it comes. However God put it in your life, that's how you got to take it. You can't just say, oh, I want to get a PhD. I know women that don't even got a PhD. Now they're ready to get married, but they fat as fuck. Nobody don't want to fuck with them no more.
Well, for one, there's a process before you get married. You have to go through them dating stages.
That was good.
While I'm going through them stages, I'm working on what I have working on. I'm not expecting to be with someone day one and then by day 150, we getting married. I'm not expecting that. So I know, say 2 years from now, I'm with someone and I may be ready right then and there, and the opportunity presents itself 6 months after those 2 years we've been together. Then I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm not ready to get married because I haven't did this and that. I'm already working on what I need to do. I'm not going to steer away from my goals. So it can eventually be put in my head by the person you're dating. Like, I'm not going to shut down the opportunity just because, right then and there, I'm not ready in that.
Okay, then you're good. You're good to go. I take that back when I say you lost already. I thought you was trying to aim for that first and then go back and look for the husband.
Nah, she's lost. She's lost. Here's my take on that shit.
I'm not lying.
I will say the same thing, and DJ, don't back the fuck down. This is my twin, but
I'm not fucking lost, nigga, so don't do that.
She's fucking lost.
I'm enjoying life.
Here's the thing.
30, okay?
Here's the problem with women in the fucking U.S., okay? And listen, remember, I'm a middle guy. There's a problem with women in the foreign, and I'm going to talk about their ass too. The problem with the women in the States these days, in this era does not see themselves getting married. They don't see that. You got to understand, when you put something in your mind, that's what you're going for. They see themselves shaking ass in the club, turning up, partying, putting on the sexiest shit that they can, doing it for the gram. They don't see
about blowing the bag, hot girl summer. They see Cardi B. They see all this shit.
There you go. Whereas not all of them, but mostly when you come in contact with a foreign woman or in these foreign lands, and I'm talking about the motherland. I'm not talking about the Middle East, because in the Middle East they're polluted. If you talk to these girls have been passed the fuck around in the Middle East to everybody, most of them. So they already have a mentality of they trying to just scrap and get what they can get out of every nigga that they can until they get back to their home country. That's kind of the mindset that I've saw out here. But when you meet the ones from their actual motherland, they are, first of all, they're not even aware that they can get all of this shit because they ain't watching TV. Most of them don't have fucking TVs and shit. So a lot of times it's the predicament. You know what I mean? Like if a girl's in a predicament where she hasn't been exposed to all of that, you're going to get another side of her. You're going to get the side that wants to get married because her culture is used to getting married, you know, get a husband, settle down, blah, 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 blah. The culture in the U.S. is just different. This era, the culture is not about settling down. Culture's about, you know what I'm saying, fucking another nigga's bitch. That's what these niggas are talking about.
And
That's
it's
what the
just how
women
you
is
was
talking about.
raised. Like you said, if you weren't raised a certain type of way, then I mean, you can either go based off how you were raised or try to change that. Like you don't have to go how you were raised.
My man, let me introduce my man that just came on. What's going on, brother? Can you hear us?
Wandering footsteps.
Wandering footsteps.
What up,
My
man?
man,
That's
let me see if I can
What's up, bro?
introduce yourself real quick, brother. Introduce yourself.
I'm Tony. What's up? How you guys doing, man? I live here in Tanzania.
What's up, Tom?
Oh,
Oh,
Tanzania.
Let's go. I need a ticket. I need a ticket. I'll be
You
busy. Mad
definitely
Tanzanian women out here. I met one yesterday. Wow.
We're talking about the passport bros, man, and we're talking about what the motive is. Do you consider yourself a passport bro, number one?
Well, they just came out with this title. Like, I know the
Okay.
people who came up with this stuff. So, but we are traveling and stuff. You know, we're just moving around. We came across women. Some guys come across women. They get married. Some guys, they're just having fun. But the vacationers are the guys that people are talking about as far as prostitution and stuff like that. Most guys living overseas are just relax.
Nice. That's a good one. Yep. Yes, sir.
I like that.
Inspiration.
Like
So
that-
let me
that
ask you-
clarity's good.
Yeah, that's a good clarity. So, okay, so
Yeah.
you're basically saying this group is a new group for the most
It's a
part.
new
The
name.
title,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, new title.
Title
Yeah.
is fairly new.
It's
So
very,
with
very,
this, so in your opinion, what's the motive of what a passport bro should be? What is it that made you go to a foreign country to find love? Were you going to find love, or were you going to just have some
Fuck
fun?
around.
I left because, I mean, you were in the military too. So, like, I got to see that America wasn't it from a young age. You know, you like, it is what it is. So,
That's true, America.
But no, elaborate. What do you mean by America wasn't shit? What do you feel?
So,
Like?
like,
What do you mean
okay.
as far as the women?
it's not just North America, even South America. As a dark skinned man, you know, we get judged, especially in South America too. South America is just as bad. They have the undertones of racism. Like your experience and my experience would be totally different in South America. You know?
What you trying to say? I'm a light skinned nigga?
Hey,
trying to
man,
say I'm
it is what- you know, but like here in Africa, we get treated the same way.
Hey man, I gotta disagree, man. I'm dark skin. Hey, I'm crispy as they come, man, and I done had great luck in the States and out of the States.
What I'm saying, no. I'm talking about. Have you been to Africa?
Oh, in Africa. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we
But-
see it out here.
But what about as far as the U.S.? What do you see the difference is? Were you winning when you were in the
women.
U.S.? Did you have a lot of options while you were in the U.S.?
Well, okay, as successful men, you're gonna be able to do okay for yourself in the U.S. Period. Especially if you're six figures, whatever. You're gonna do okay at least. But as far as dating, it's just like all the guys are saying the same thing. It's just a waste of time. You know, you
Now,
date
why?
because girls have so many dudes in their inbox. For example, my sister could get on POF and have 100 dudes. You know what I mean? She get a date right away. You laugh, right? It's true, right? You get on POF, you get a date right away.
It's true.
Yeah, it's
For
like
y'all that don't know what POF is, plenty of fish.
Oh.
So basically, it's a 10 on steroids. You can get on
I
there.
didn't even know people still use POF.
I was just Bumble and Hinge and all these other ones.
well,
Okay,
I
so
have
go
been.
ahead, bro.
That shit. Y'all
It's
don't
been
want to
a
fuck.
few
Y'all don't
years.
want to fuck with that site.
It's been a few
That's
years
just horrible.
being back.
That shit's horrible. They
But now,
tried,
you
that
know,
shit's
even with
horrible.
Yeah.
Tinder, like you were saying, girls
So-
overseas
so-
don't know about stuff.
They all trash. They all
Okay,
look
but
disgusting to me.
let me
It's
ask
bad.
you.
Hold on.
Let me ask you. So, okay, so in the States they have a lot of options. Is
Yes.
one of the main things, right?
Yes.
So
they have all
so you don't think the foreign girls got a billion options?
no,
Because my Tinder go off heavy
Nah.
when I'm over in another fucking country.
I don't like
It
that
go
shit.
off
No.
in the U.S. That motherfucker catch on
I
fire.
ain't never even used it in the U.S.
That motherfucker catch on
Uh,
fire.
they don't have a lot of options cross country. No.
So what about with the tourists and stuff? You don't think they got a lot more options?
Yeah, but it's on a few sprinkle compared to how many people is in their country. You're talking 10% of travelers and tourists. You know, so they ain't got they don't have a lot of options at all.
Like where we at, ain't no options for women. Well, for me, there's no options down here. It's a lot of options for men out here,
Men,
but for
yeah.
women, no. It's just
Where
like
you
if
located?
We in Qatar.
yeah,
Doha.
Where y'all at?
in Qatar, Doha is near Dubai.
Okay. Then I need to visit one day.
There's
Yeah, I see a lot of guys winning out here. I see women winning, but I see not a lot of American women is winning that
yeah,
much
it's a lot of
because
foreign women.
it's more about the foreign women. And it's,
they got this shit locked down. Yep.
Don't get me wrong. I have a dab here and there. It's not like I can't get anyone down here, but if I want to put my standards, I ain't gonna say they're a little bit lower down here because I have came across a few good people that I would date back in the States, but they're set at a certain way, so I know that I'm not gonna get the same, men that I would in the States over here. Like it's different.
And I think men that come overseas are mostly looking for other nationalities. They're not looking for a damn American. They already done been in the States. They're looking for something different. But my bro, so one thing is that you feel as though the American women have a lot more options. What else is it that would make you want to prefer going overseas?
Well, other than in Western countries, because there's a difference between Western and non-Western countries, right? Like if you, for example, I honestly think feminism killed it. Feminism killed it in the West. Because even in African countries, you go to South Africa, it's the same thing as America. South Africa is literally the same thing as America. You get racism, segregation, Jim Crow, all that.
Yeah.
So,
now, when you say feminism, what do you mean by feminism? What exactly would you call feminism?
So the feminism thing, it always turns into a superiority thing. So now you get these Cardi B wannabes, Meg Thee Stallion. That's not. Even the children are seeing this. So the children in America are growing up like you got little girls. It's disgusting. Like kids are still kids in other countries, especially in conservative countries. Kids aren't allowed to wild out and stuff. But I just see America going.
I gotta kind of disagree though. I think in them foreign countries, them young girls is out there trafficked. They're out there actually doing sexual activities.
So some of them don't have a choice either.
Yeah,
You got women in the States that's 12 years old doing the same thing, and they ain't getting nothing. They ain't getting no money, no nothing.
Yeah, but there again, this is what I'm saying though. To go to another place, we already know the U.S. is fucked up. But this is like what I'm saying. Okay, I got a box of cereal here that tastes good, but it has its defaults. It's got its issues. But then I'm going somewhere else to look for better. But if you really analyze it, is it better? Is what I'm trying to get at. Like, girls in the States, there's so many issues. But there's way more trafficking and way more sexual issues with the women in the foreign countries than it is in the States, for sure. That's a fact. They get trafficked quick. Their family sells them into the shit.
Just for money or for protection, whatever the case may be.
Right. You got some women that you got a lot of, believe it or not, you got more people here that don't do that than do that. If you want to speak facts.
Yeah.
In Colombia?
It's a less
sexualized. On average, pretty much every country that I've been to, you got more people that do not do that than do it.
I agree.
So let me ask you.
That's just like saying everybody in America pop perks, because that's the hottest thing right now, perks and Molly. Just because a lot of people in America do it, don't mean everybody doing that.
Well, there's never a case.
That's how it is. Correct.
But there's,
I agree.
There's never a case of everybody doing it. It's a case of who's doing it more.
Okay.
They're popping perks more in Atlanta than they are in motherfucking Colorado.
In California.
It's never going to be who's doing it, the most. It's just who's doing it more at the time. But let me ask you, are you married, my man? Are you married to anyone there, or are you single?
Me? I'm engaged.
Yeah.
I'm engaged.
Okay, you're engaged. How long did it take for you to get engaged?
How long
did it take for you to meet that right one?
I'll say like within a couple months of being in Africa. African women are all about marriage. They're all about family because it's different. In America, they say you don't need a man. It's opposite out here.
Mm.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, that's a good.
That's
That's a
very
good
unique.
analogy. That's a good.
In some way, you do
Then
need
I,
a man.
DJ
I,
touched
I
on it when
definitely don't
DJ
need to
said,
go there. I'm definitely not going there. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for the warning.
The mindset of marriage. You had missed it, Tony, earlier. DJ had mentioned about that. The mindset of American women. Most of the time, they're not really thinking about marriage. They're focused on other shit. And you just pointed out the same thing when you said over there in Africa they want to get married. But here's my question though: does she want to come to the States or does she want to stay in Africa?
They don't really care. Like they just want to be with you. Wherever you go, they're gonna stay. So
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank
Because
you.
I hear a lot of people saying that they want. I hear them saying that that these girls want to get with guys with a passport because they want to get to the U.S. But that's not true. I got three young brothers here on there that say
I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I went through about.
we're both. We're both.
Maybe I had the wrong ones. I went through some bad experiences so far.
We had some bad experiences, but
Maybe I need to go over there and see. Maybe I need to go over there and see something. My connections weren't right.
They could be like that. Yeah, but
so Tony, what was the mindset of going into a foreign country? What was your mindset? Was it to just mingle? Was it to find the right one? What was your goal of going there? And DJ, I got to touch on that too with you. I didn't ask you that as well. What is you guys' actual goal when you go over there? Lee as well. When you go overseas, well, I know Lee, but Lee want to go over there.
No, mine was different. It wasn't
Yeah,
that.
it was different. Lee want to go over there and get it in.
I'm gonna tell you.
So
I'm gonna tell you.
my two brothers is not trying to get it in. What was y'all's mindset of going over to a foreign country, leaving the U.S., going to a foreign country? What were you looking for?
live in peace, man. Just want to live in peace, relax, no drama, good society, an actual society where people care for each other. You know, like in America, dog eat dog. So I was tired of living like that. It kind of rubs off on you after a while. You get to become negative. It depends where you live. I lived in the Northeast, so the Northeast is terrible.
So then it's a case of you're looking for a combination plea. You're looking for a nice place to live. Also with society, also with the personnel there. Whereas in the U.S., you're not being able to check all boxes.
No, it's very hard to be in a peaceful, cool. Especially, I like to live amongst my people. So
that's now let me ask you, just off a side note, do you feel connected to the Africans that are there? Do you feel like that is a part of you? Do you feel like y'all on the same wavelength?
100%. Well, the same. Okay, we can't be on the same wavelength because we were freed slaves, so we don't have traditions and stuff like that. They have tradition through generations. So that's another reason why their societies are more put together. They tell us propaganda in the USA. Oh, this is happening. It's not. Some of the most peaceful societies, like especially East Africa. There's no wars.
We definitely got to get you. We definitely got to get you on our episode when we talk about is there a competition between Africans and Black Americans? Because I feel like there is.
I think it is. It is.
Some of the country.
It's around the world.
It's around the world, but that we definitely got to get you onto that too, brother. But back to this subject real quick because we got to get ready to close out. We're going on an hour and 33 minutes over. Would everybody agree that Passport Bros is actually being taken out of the context of what it really is?
Yes.
There's separate, different individuals that got their own mission. Some got their mission to go out. Some got their mission to go out and just fuck and go into all these different countries and conquer. And then some want to actually go and find genuine love. Some want to restart and actually get a genuine combination plate of everything above. Would you guys agree to that?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's real. That's real talk.
Everybody
So
got their
Depends.
own.
It also
Everybody got their
depends on
own reason.
it depends on a person.
everybody,
It depends on a
All I
person.
say is like what you like, whatever nationality, whatever race, whatever. Just don't bash your own. Just
yeah,
not
That's
bash
right.
your own based off of the onesies and
yeah,
twosies you dealt with to where it's like, okay, I can't deal with this one. And then when you get with a different nationality, you just start bashing. Like,
yeah,
don't put us all in the same category as your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend, your ex, because all women from the United States are not the same. You have that percentage
Right,
here.
right, right. Just
They
like you say that, I gotta say the same thing. You can't put women cross seas in a basket. You know, I see a lot of women say, "Oh, guys think
yeah,
they can go cross seas and they feeding towards women that's poor and they don't know how to speak English and all this." You know, these women over here are well educated. Most of them know how to speak several different languages. Sometimes they can
yep,
be smarter than the women in the States.
yeah,
Most times.
yeah,
I
I
mean, they're
think.
not.
I think.
They're not.
I
I
think
think
all in
they
all the
do have.
battle goes back and forth. It depends on who you are and
yeah,
what you want and
yeah,
what you're about in that point in your life. Everyone goes
Mhm.
through different things in their life. Why do we go to Japan? Why do we go to Thailand? Why do we go to Africa? I think a lot of us want to explore. We were made to be explorers as human beings from God. We're not just supposed to stay in one place and stay with one
yeah,
person. I just don't think that's real. I get the
yeah,
Adam and Eve story, like Adam and Eve were together. I just don't think that is not in my genetic composition, and I don't think it's
yeah,
anyone from America or anyone from around the world. We are born to travel and see different things, men and women.
yeah.
Men and women.
The
I
We
problem
agree.
always want
is standard.
different. We don't want the same. We want different. We want to find something different. That's yin and yang. That's black and white. That's negative and positive magnetics. That's who we are as people. We don't want the
Yeah,
same thing. I'm sorry, whether we're in the black community, marrying a black woman or a black man being a black, we want to try something different. There's nothing wrong with that.
mm, yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a man
Whether,
having his preference.
Of
yes,
that's
course.
and
correct.
that's the
Or a
key.
woman having a preference. Love or
That's the other
loss.
key. I think a lot of times women tend to be resentful
Because
of guys going and finding other
Shit.
options
Shit. I
because
think the
then
black woman, yo, Kachi, I think the black woman is the most beautiful woman on this planet. I
yeah,
say that
and
touchdown. Of all the places I've been, the black woman is the
yeah,
most beautiful creature I've ever seen.
yeah,
I won't
Making
say that. I won't say.
nothing,
I won't say
nothing.
that.
I'm gonna
I
say
won't
that.
say that.
No,
I won't
without
say that at
Eurocentric,
all.
I'm gonna say that.
without
I'm gonna
European
say that.
standards,
But
yeah.
what I will say is they are one of the most strongest. When a black woman focus, they are one of
yeah,
the most strongest focused creatures ever. I won't say they. I'm not gonna say that they're the most beautiful because
I don't mean
let's be
beauty or
honest.
looking at
We
them,
got a lot of
but
we
I
got a
don't
lot
mean.
of
I
Dominicans,
mean,
Colombians
But
that's
DJ,
yeah,
beautiful
but
too.
DJ,
You know.
all
DJ, I don't
all
mean.
But
national
I'm not talking about looking
flags.
though.
at them. I'm not talking
I'm
about
mad.
visual. I'm not talking about visual. I'm talking about overall. The black woman is the
Yeah,
most divine. That's just That's just me.
And
That's your
no,
but
opinion.
you know what? But like you said,
That's my opinion.
the back to the focus though
So
is
Lee, why don't you go after that?
oh, that's a good question.
I
That's
never
a
said
good
I
question.
wouldn't. I never. I did.
Oh,
I did it for
So
10 years.
why Thailand?
I already did that. I already
oh.
been there. I've been there, done that. Now what?
But why you ain't getting the strong black woman that is the best in the earth?
Your
Be-
first wife?
Because
Why
you know
you
what's
ain't still
funny?
trying to
You know what's funny? I tried that shit, and y'all know from podcast number 3, right? Number 3, right?
yeah.
I tried that shit with a black woman, right? That I thought
Thank
was
you.
educated. It's a 10-year journey. I'm gonna keep going back to this topic. Right? You know what? I got my feelings hurt.
So
I'm,
why aren't you
I,
continuing to try to get black women
Six
though?
I'm
beautiful
patient.
You're
black
in
women.
Thailand. You ain't
I'm
gonna find no
patient.
black women in Thailand
I
unless in
have
the
not been.
airports.
I have not been to Thailand since September. I'm patiently waiting. Of
Well,
2022.
we're gonna go
I'm
there
patient.
for you.
I'm patient. Yeah, you have a good time. I'm patiently waiting on whatever God has in store for me. Black, white, Spanish, Puerto Rican. It doesn't matter to me. Israeli,
Yeah.
Qatari. It doesn't matter. At this point, I done been through a flock of them all, and it's like kind of like it doesn't matter. I'm looking for intelligence. I'm looking for equality. I'm looking for my earth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking
So
for my
bottom
earth.
line,
Yeah.
so
I'm
bottom
looking for my
line,
earth.
bottom line is the people that are bashing the passport bros and saying that, oh, they going because they just taking advantage of the women that's in there.
Those are the
You
ones.
really don't understand, and you really can't talk about that, and vice
correct.
versa. Like the people that are
No.
trying to say that they're taking advantage of women, you don't know that, because even if they are, everybody's gaining.
Yeah.
Even if they're going to a poor community, that poor girl is gaining because she's finna get a bottle of Cristal. Whatever. She's gonna be having a great time with this guy who's coming to get her. That's the
Yeah.
facts of it.
Look, they don't even need a bottle of Cristal, man. They'll be happy for their local beer.
For a local beer. So
Damn.
nobody can
Up,
get
that
out there
shit's
and
true.
explain. Nobody
It's
can
true.
out there
Who said that, DJ?
everybody
Yeah,
has
the Presidente of the Dominican Republic costs maybe $1 a can, and guess what? They love it.
love
DJ, when
precedent.
did you start traveling?
Love-
True.
Huh?
I said, DJ,
So
when did you
it's
start?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
and DJ, are you engaged yet or no?
Am I where?
Are you engaged or married, or are you still searching?
No. I think it's too late for a person like me, man.
You know
It's
what?
too
feel
late
that
for a
Same way.
person like me. Because I already done reached a certain success of I already reached a certain level of success. So what is it for me to benefit from marriage? What a man gotta do let's say this. What does a man benefit from marriage?
A companionship for life.
Once a man is successful and got to a higher level in his life, what do he got to benefit? You can get companionship from a relationship.
I can say this.
No.
Maybe love from a woman.
When you're married, it's more. It should be when you're married. It should be more legit. Like, okay, it's like a car when you lease it and when you buy it. When you lease it, it's nice, it roll good, it's there, whatever, but it ain't yours. When you're married,
That's the
it's
dope
supposed to
analogy.
be yours.
Ghost.
No matter when you
yours.
in a relationship, it's yours. No matter if you married or not, that's the way it's supposed to be.
No, why?
No,
That's not
what we
fair.
love.
If you're not willing to,
Yes,
if you're
it
not,
is fair. Don't be in a relationship then.
oh yes, but it's not fair if I'm going to be in a relationship giving you all and you could dip out any minute. Because
Okay,
I
well,
can-
the woman can dip out too. What that mean?
that's why you get married.
You don't have to get married. I mean, for me, I think any successful, it don't matter if you're white or black. I think once you get to a certain level in your life and you are successful and you haven't met that woman yet, I think it's kind of a waste of time to get married because guess what? If let's just say she think the grass is greener and she want to leave, she take all your stuff, half of your stuff, then what?
Get a prenup.
Only the what?
Get a
though?
good
That's
Right, but
only the-
wait. Listen. Since we talking about prenups, I want to educate you brothers on what a prenup is. A prenup is exactly what it says. When you go into the marriage, whatever you go into the marriage, that's what they cover. So, for example, if you got
Anything after
$100,000,
wow.
right? If you got $100,000 and she come into the relationship with $10, right? And y'all get married, you turn your $100,000 into $1 million. When you get divorced, you got a guarantee on your $100,000. That $900,000 getting split down the middle.
in America.
Just so you know, the prenups are very, very. It all depends on how your attorney write it up.
He pointed out a good one though. He said in America. So what about in a foreign country where you at? Why wouldn't you marry a foreign
This
one?
is dope.
No, period. I'm saying period. It don't matter. It don't matter in the country or out the country.
No,
Tony, is
they
that
can't.
true?
They can't touch your shit overseas.
Oh, Tony, that ain't true, man.
Oh, some
They
more-
can't
Wait. What do you mean? Say it ain't true. Oh, I know how it work in the States. I'm just saying, no matter. I think if a brother is successful, he shouldn't get married. That's what I think.
But okay, but so already you're like you said, like you told Chelsea, you lost the race before you even started. you're already in time in your mind.
a
You're
dope one.
thinking money.
This
Like,
was the dope one, y'all.
When I think about marriage, I think about companionship and commitment. With a relationship, I can date whoever the fuck I want to date and walk out at any time. But when I'm married, that means, look, fuck all of this. We getting rid of all our hoes, and this is official. It's a little
Ain't nothing wrong,
different.
and ain't nothing wrong with that. If she love you, she'll understand that this man can possibly lose all his shit if I decide to leave. So guess what? Whatever she brings to the table, that's what I bring to the table. We leave it as that.
Chelsea has brought up something, though. This changes the game.
It says there is no way to prepare a prenuptial agreement that is valid internationally. If you are going to move to another country, you can't be certain that your prenup will be valid in your new country or residence without obtaining evidence from a lawyer in that country.
So you don't got to pay. So now what?
So you don't have to what?
You don't have to pay nothing. You ain't got
Okay.
to pay.
If that's the case, then yes, I will open up to marriage. If that's the case, I have to research it for myself. But if that's the case, then absolutely, I don't have an issue. Hey, that's lovely. But I won't bring it to the United States to get Americanized.
Are you scared you're gonna marry a girl and she's gonna try to take you for what you got or something?
Hey, let me ask you. Okay, now let me ask you a question. As a woman, listen. If you get married to a man and you know that this dude can say, you know what, this girl treat me right no matter what, but I think the grass is greener. I want to leave her. And if he leave, the judge give him half of everything you ever worked for in your life. Would you get married?
I'm not thinking about that.
No.
No. Would you get married?
When I'm getting married, I'm not thinking about, okay, the light at the end of
But you're not answering the question, though. It's yes or no.
of potentially getting divorced. Who gets married?
Let's just say this guy let's just say you're doing everything great. As soon as you get a divorce, and this guy say, you know what, I think the grass green on the other side. She doing everything right, but fuck what she got going on. I just want to get a divorce. And the judge give him half of everything you worked for in your entire life. Would you get married?
I don't know. Because I ain't trying to give him my Hellcat, so.
Hey, there we go. Now we have it. Now we have it. Hey, and that's how every brother feel. That's how every brother feel.
I'm about to break something. DJ.
Hey, you heard it. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, but see, here's for me though. I disagree because in the end result, when I'm getting ready to get married, I've already put up the state that this person is the person I want to rock with.
Exactly.
Now, if that person decides to leave and take me for what I got, fuck it. I'm going to re-up. Take the money. Fuck you. I re-up.
But I work too hard. I work too hard for my little penny, so I need those.
No, I feel you. Listen. I did 13 in the fucking army. Look, we all got these war stories, but here's the thing. There's the mindset is what we're getting at. When you want to get married, you're not thinking about that. If that's like a roadblock.
Right,
that's
but
like
Ghost, pay attention. Ghost, listen to what she just said. She said if it was flopped around, she wouldn't do that shit either. So why would you?
But I wouldn't be in a rush though. Like right now, it's like this. But listen, when I decide to get married, I'm not gonna be thinking like. Because at that point, I'm going to know, okay, I'm in love with this person. They in love with me. I'm not about to be thinking, like, what if one day they wake up and don't want to be with me? Shit, what if one day I wake up and don't want to be with a motherfucker? Like, who knows? Like, I'm not taking that into consideration when I'm marrying a person, though.
Right. So why even go through all that if you don't have to?
Because I'm being with, what?
if you don't have to go through it, why go through it? Why go through all that if you don't have to?
I decided I wanted to get married. Like, this is the person who I want to be with for the rest of my life.
But DJ, you said most of the girls that's there in the country are looking for marriage. You said to Chelsea this.
No. I never said. I can't say that. I never said that.
To not be wives.
Okay, but you said that the American women most of the time are not raised to be wives.
Correct, though.
I'm not trying to be how I was raised.
So no. Why is all of that? Say it again, Tony.
It's the same in Latin America. Women in Latin America aren't raised to be wives. They're sexually glorified from, like, the age of consent in Colombia is 14. The age of consent in Brazil is 14. You got girls.
Wait. Hey, Wandering Footsteps. You say women in Colombia are not raised to be wives?
No, they're not. I
gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with you, brother.
I started going to Colombia 2015, right? And I've been to
ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, I'm saying I've been to 5 continents, and I spent extensive time in these continents. And you deal with these people. The trauma we have in America, our divorce rate is like 34%. The divorce rate here is 2%. You know, like. But then Colombia also has Eurocentric.
Bring out the percentage. I know
Right.
that.
Wondering footsteps. I do think where you located, the women are they're really more prepared to be wives for sure. I can't say that. But comparing women from Colombia to the United States, I think the women from Colombia are prepared to be wives more, is what I'm saying.
Do they even
Colombian men. They like Colombian men more than they like anything else. Same with Brazil. They love their men. Same with like places like Ethiopia. They love their men. They don't love us like that. They also have Eurocentric standards.
I talked to a lot of women in several countries I've been with, man, and I'm getting the opposite.
Well, I'm just comparing this to Asia and Africa. I'm not comparing South America to just North America. I'm comparing it to Asia and Africa. Yes, they're better hustlers in South America, but as far as genuineness, no. But it's you can see a lot
of Colombian wives. I've messed with a lot of Colombian wives. They might be getting married, but they damn sure getting out there.
Look,
they damn sure getting out there. Among domestic-born Latinos, the percentage married decreased from 50% to 33% among men, and from 51 to 36% among women. So they're not trying to get no husbands, man. They trying to get that J-Lo smack and get to the next.
Hey, but look, you gotta read the same thing for women in the States though.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna look them up now.
It's simple.
Women.
I already know where it's going.
Of 15 and over have never been married, from up to 23%. No, that's not a good analysis. Let's see the percentage of actual marriages and divorces. But I mean, like,
they should have it on the CDC, right?
We all know the U.S. is fucked up, and they don't. In this era, they don't believe in no thing. But we're talking about these greener than the greener on the other side. Yeah. What about the places that everybody's bragging about? About wives in Colombia, wives in Philippines, and all of that shit. But they're getting the same divorce rates now as the U.S. is.
Well, that's because everybody's a leader. People aren't going to countries like for example, I was going to countries originally. You know, I was the only black dude in Medellin, Colombia. I was 25 years old. The white guys were like, "What the fuck? Why are you here?" You know, like behind other people. They're not going to original spots. Like, for example, I wouldn't go to Thailand. I'll go to Turkey. You know, I'll go to where people aren't thinking about it. But that's just me.
But, you know, I think also, Tony, the thing is, more people are figuring out that they can go to these foreign countries and get an easier bang for their buck. Let's keep it a beam. People are feeling, and not everybody. There's the different cases of people like yourself and DJ who are out there and actually are successful men already. But there are tons of guys that are fucking it up, and they're claiming the name of the passport bros by going, just because they got a passport and they go to a foreign country, and it's easier for them to get women because the women are giving the sex up quicker. That's the only thing they're gaining. If they were gaining more, then I would say, okay, they're gaining, you know, okay, a maid can come clean up your fucking house. You're not really looking for a maid. Can you sit up and have a conversation with this girl? Can you sit up and really talk about anything? Or does she barely even speak English, go and fuck, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that people are mixing up.
This is the
Talk to him, Tony.
The highest and the lowest.
Guys don't know it's better to go to English-speaking countries, first off. If they speak English, then you can actually have a real conversation. Like they're taught how to speak English in Philippines, Thailand, Kenya. There's a lot of places. But now if you go to a place where they don't speak English and they already see black people as low down, which a lot of places do, let's be honest. Yeah. Like, most countries, they look down on black people. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
They look down.
But it's also easier for sex and easier to get them because of the fact that you're the rapper that they see on the TV. Like, you pull up and for the prostitution. Yes. And a lot of these guys are getting that confused. They're thinking because they got two women on them or because they got these women here that, they like black guys. Yeah, they like you because you're going to pay. You're going to go take them to the club. You're going to bottle pop. You're going to fuck their lights out. And then you're going to go home. So, yeah, of course they love that. Who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? It's an easy come up. But for the ones that's actually going for love, you know, and actually making a success story, those are very far and few because it's being bombarded by guys who are going out there and bragging, look, I got this. And you know this motherfucker would not get nobody in the U.S. And I'm not talking about they wouldn't get them because of the money or this or that. Look at the upkeep of them. You know what I'm saying? No bad hygiene. You two guys are sharp brothers. I'm talking about the guys, the 300-pounders. This, you know fucking well they're not getting nobody in the States because there's a standard. But then they go show up in the Philippines or go show up in Thailand, and they got 4 or 5 girls, you know, hustling.
But you know why? When you go to the Philippines, man, they look at you for your heart. The good guy win first, no matter how you look.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Even in that,
I do agree. You got. Have you been to the Philippines, Ghost?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
so have you had relationships there?
No, because I already knew what time it was.
See, there you go. You can't prejudge it if you ain't never tried. Huh?
No, I've dated Filipinos before. I've dated them in the Middle East. But in the homeland, when I went there to visit, it was too. If anything that's too easy, it's not good, in my opinion. If you're ready to drop them panties on day 0, I know the next nigga that come fly down here, the nigga after that, and the nigga after that is going to get the same treatment.
And guess what? I done had a lot of that experience in the States, where a motherfucker dropped their pants with ground zero. You know?
Okay. In the States, you know that if they drop their panties, they want to fuck you. They just want to fuck you.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Why else would they drop their panties in the States?
The same reason why they drop their panties in the Philippines is the same reason why they drop their panties in the States.
That's a percentage.
No, that's not true. In the Philippines, if they're going to drop their panties, they want to get to a higher level. They want to get.
Listen. Would you take a woman that drop her panties in the States on the first day, or the Philippines that drop her panties on the first day?
In the States, all fucking.
what?
Huh?
In the States.
No way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Boy, you tripping. Hey. Yeah, okay.
Here's why.
Hey, you cooking with fire. You cooking with fire. Huh?
Let me explain why. I would take a girl from the States dropping her panties off the top than a girl in the Philippines, because this girl is in the States. It's hard to get a chick dropping her panties in the States that's not a prostitute or a stripper. Even then, you got to pay. So if
she'll slut bucket freak, and she drop her fucking pants in the first day in the States. You want that?
Well, I wouldn't know that she's a slut bucket. How would I know that? I only know that she's giving the pussy to me. So if she gives the pussy, if she drops the panties and get a pussy to me in the States, I know that it's because she genuinely A, likes me, or B, genuinely wants to fuck me. Because here's the thing.
Or C, she'll slut bucket freak.
They always do that. But I'd rather feel more comfortable knowing that a girl that has her own, that's in the same passport level as me, is dropping her panties like that. Now, a girl
when you say Ghost, when you say have her own, what you mean?
Own apartment, just the blue. You know what? For the most part, the blue passport. You know why? The blue passport gives you so many opportunities, and I'm not shitting on no other country, but I'm saying that blue passport. You can go wherever you want to go. She don't have to settle with these other foreign countries. Unfortunately, they have in the back of my mind. I'm always thinking, okay, if you did it this easy for me, how many other niggas is in line? Because I already know why you need to do this. If they really was about their now, I have met some that they don't fuck with niggas. They want white boys. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this question: how many more niggas you think gonna come to the Philippines and be on your level and smash a girl on the first day compared to how many dudes in the States? This girl gonna drop her drawers, give it to you the first day. There's more guys there that compete with you than in the Philippines.
No, that's why. That's why I feel like in the States, they have tons of ballers. Selection. How many niggas is balling in the States? Let's be honest. How many niggas balling in the States?
Scamming are legit.
Hey, it's more niggas balling in the States than in the Philippines. What you mean?
So that's why in the Philippines, if she's choosing you and you ain't even fucking balling like that, let's say you come out, most of us, we not rocking jewels and shit when we go to these foreign countries. Oh, no. We going out there barebacked. So that means she's fucking you just off of the genuine strength of the blue passport.
That's another good point to say. You know, she not gonna fuck you just because you got a chain. You got bitches in the state to fuck you just because you got a chain.
Bottle of Henny or something.
And then they be broke as hell
That's-
wearing all this
and
designer
that's
got
true.
shit.
But there is
Hey,
still
and ain't nothing wrong with that. If she might see that man for more than just his jewelry. So I would rather somebody see me without jewelry and get in a relationship than somebody that see me at my best in the States and now I'm in a relationship because you don't know what she dating you for.
That's a good point. But here's the thing about the not seeing you with the chain and all that. If that's the case, that means see, for me, I'm different. I'm all about standards. When you're rocking your chain, when you're rocking your jewelry, it's a level. It's a standard. I got up, took the time to get fresh and put all this shit on. A nigga that don't take the time to do any of that doesn't care about that. So that standard's a little low. I'm not saying that because you got a lot of rich niggas that don't wear all of that. That's just not their thing. I'm not saying that that's the common thing. But the common thing is when a nigga's balling, when he's doing his thing, it's just in us. We like to flash, right? So you took your time. That's like clubs. You know what I'm saying? Black, exactly. That's like clubs. Clubs that don't have a dress code. How many fights going to happen in there?
Tons,
because they don't have a standard. You can come in that bitch in a white tee and some flip flops, and you know a nigga ready to fight if he come in with some black Air Force Ones or something on. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying, that's totally different in another country. That got nothing to do with it. When you're in another country, if you're in another country, you don't have much competition that's gonna pull up behind you and she drop her drawers. Compared to in the States, you got plenty of competition where the next dude can live right next door to you and she drop her drawers to that nigga too.
Well, no, then you got to look at it this way. In the States, she has 50 niggas that's all balling. She chose you to fuck though. In the Philippines, there's nobody balling. And she could be choosing anybody. There's no bar. She don't have a bar. It's whatever. A nigga that
But
come out
guess what?
here.
But women normally stick with the highest bar that they got. You know, most women want to, like I said, they want to date up. So
And
most of the time, once they have dated up, they don't want to go backwards.
So let me ask you a question, DJ. Would you prefer a woman who will take any black guy that has a good heart, or would you prefer, or not even a good heart? Because we can't say that. Nobody knows how your heart is. Motherfuckers can play like they anything.
like it's pure.
Would you prefer a woman who tells you, I like, would you prefer a woman who just dated any black dude that came down there? Or would you prefer a woman who had a standard as far as, I don't date any nigga unless he got this or unless he got that?
Of course I want the woman with the standards.
Okay. That's the difference. The States is fucked up. We get that. But in these foreign countries, they have no standards. We have to be honest.
They have standards.
They got standards, bro. You can't just say because they're in a different country, they ain't got no standards, bro. Listen, it's women here that told me, listen, and I want to make a point of this. It's women here that now denied me here, okay? In several countries, okay? I don't know, for whatever reason, but let's just stick with it.
They probably wanted a white guy. That's the only way you're gonna get
denied.
And
it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. You keep saying probably. It got nothing to do with it. But let's just say, listen, down here, for one, when you approach a woman, let's just say they're not interested, okay? They're going to be a woman and they're going to stay in their femininity. They're not going to get out of control. They're not going to roll their eyes. Girl, he talking to you? He ain't talking to me. They ain't going to do all that down here. You know, they're going to respectfully tell you, you know what? Gracias, I appreciate it, mi amor. I'm in a relationship. You know? They're going to do it the right way, you know, and they're going to stay in their femininity while they're doing it as well. But like I said, women here have standards. Women have standards in the country and out the country. So don't label it to where all the women out the country, they ain't got no standards. That's incorrect.
It's true. It's true. Let's face.
No, brother, you're incorrect, brother. I got to stop you right there.
Women have fathers, bro. They have fathers.
Yes. But and here's the reason why I'm saying the standards, and I'm not saying it as a bashing type of thing. I'm saying it more as an analytic type of deal. Think about this. When you have a standard means you expect a certain thing. You expect more than just a person that loves you. You want the ice cream, the cake and the ice cream too. Let's be honest. There are guys that are undesirable in the States that can go to a foreign country, especially the foreign countries that we've just been mentioning, Thailand, Philippines, Africa. There's a lot of different spots. They can go there, and without having a successful job, without being successful, just showing up, they're going to get more attention. Girls are going to pay them more attention.
It's the same way in Jamaica.
Yeah, same way in Jamaica.
It's the same way for women in Jamaica.
But in the States, you cannot just show up. In the States, you cannot just show up. A girl wants to see the stats. What is he driving? What does he have? And you know what? There's the gold diggers, and we're not talking about them at this moment. Gold diggers is everywhere because they even got them in the foreign spots too. They got gold diggers.
So if you ain't gonna talk about the gold diggers in the States, you can't talk about the gold diggers in other countries.
Yeah, I'm not talking about those gold diggers. Those are not gold diggers. They just don't have a standard. It's not nothing against them. They don't know no better. What are they judging from? It's like sex. They have sex with a Filipino guy, and then they have sex with you. But then they're like, oh, your dick is so big. But guess what? They're comparing you to what they've had. They had...
For a fact, girls in the States have more sex than women overseas. Girls in the States are getting trained. Girls in the States are having more sex than women overseas. Girls in the States are getting trained in college. They're getting trained in the hoods. They're getting trained. You don't meet girls overseas getting trained like that. Yo, I know dudes who travel.
Yeah,
about flipping chicks in the States. They get flipped at like teenage years. They're getting flipped, having babies by multiple different men. We're talking about the most fucked up women in the world. No, none of these dudes from these other countries have zero interest in them. 0%.
Yeah.
They have no interest.
And how many of them are traveling as well?
I think that's a culture thing too. Like you said, they're raised to get married. That back to DJ's
right. They're raised to get married. They're not getting fucked like girls in the States. The girls in the States are getting.
Even some of them even have arranged marriages. So I mean,
a lot of these countries have a lot of arranged marriage, but then they get married and then they come to these other countries like where we at and have boyfriends and all kind of stuff, and they be married back in their own country.
Yeah, I think what it is.
A lot of women just get pissed off because some guys decide to travel and they got better options everywhere. You can't trap somebody in the United States and say, "Hey, deal with us." You got a lot of women that's out there that don't even know how to. You got a lot of women that can meet their dream guy, and they don't even know what the hell they can bring to the table for that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I asked whatchamacallit right here. What do you bring to the table? If you meet your dream guy right now, what you bring to the table for him?
Yeah. Well, look, we're gonna wrap it up. We went into 2 hours, but this was really good. This was yeah. We're gonna post it on there. Oh yeah, everybody drop your IGs, drop your information so that everybody can holler at you on there.
Yeah.
Okay, 100 messages. So we all came to the conclusion pretty much for the most part that Passport Bros is not what it seems. It's divided in a lot of different angles. It's divided in a lot of different missions, and nobody can judge on either end. People shouldn't judge the Passport Bros saying that, oh, they're taking advantage of poor women, blah, 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 because you don't know what they're doing. You only are coming up with a perception that you think and feel. And on the other end, some of the guys that are a part of the Passport Bros or claiming the Passport Bros shouldn't bash the American women just because they found something that was a little bit more different and more accommodating for them. So at the end of the day, it's love, peace, and chicken grease. It's whatever you want to do. If you want to travel abroad and you want to find better options, travel abroad and find better options. But it doesn't mean that everybody in the States is hazard or that they're not raised a certain way, because there are some women in the States that are raised for marriage. You got good and bad always. So the notion that most Western women are just these reckless girls that's out here doing that and all that shit. Yes, I think that the social media has corrupted everybody to the point where they want attention so bad that they'll degrade themselves. I think hip hop music, for sure, rap and hip hop music and the culture have made us come to the conclusion that fucking another dude's girl makes you the man. Fucking another your homegirl's guy makes you the woman. We've heard the rap songs, we've heard the lyrics, we've heard all this shit, and that is just what it is. The culture has fucked up the westernized civilization.
Yes.
Is that what you agree with as well, Twin, or what do you have to say?
I agree, but I'm just standing 10 toes down and strongly with don't bash your own nationality. If you like what you like and you prefer this type of color, nationality, whatever,
Yeah.
cool, understood. But don't go bashing your own culture, your own culture can be many things. So don't go bashing your own nationality. That's my big thing. And like I said, majority are the big percentage of passport bros is African American, Black American men. So here it is, you're bashing the same type of woman that you came from as far as, color. These women may be, showing signs how your mama was acting, and here it is, you're over here saying all this stuff. Oh, I don't like this and that. They act like angry this and all that. Don't bash us if you like this type of woman. Just like what you like, and don't base your past of dealing with 2 or 3 Black women or 2 or 3 white, whatever it may be, but majority is Black women on all of us because we're all not the same.
I'll caveat on that and say also, women, don't be so sensitive to the fact of when guys are stating their opinion on who they've been with. I totally 100% agree that you shouldn't bash the whole race. Be a little bit more specific. The women you have encountered have been fucked up, and you have found love in another place, in another area. But all women are not the same. All men are not the same. So men can't be sitting out here getting angry at women because they're because they're bashing women, and especially bashing the Black women and comparing them, because as Twin said earlier, you're saying that Black women are feisty and they got attitudes, but so do Latin women, so do Asian women, so do Arabic women. They're all over. African women. You can pick any Indian women. You can pick any different nationality, and there's going to be some same traits because women are women, men are men. Mm-hmm. So let's come together. One more.
One more. For us women, we should not bash the other nationalities based off of what these guys like. We don't know if this woman is educated. We don't know if she's rich, poor, whatever. Don't go based off because, okay, she's not what you are. She's not the same nationality as to where, she can't speak English. She can't. Some of these women that even here where I'm at, I've come across, they have degrees and very intelligent things, So don't start bashing these other nationalities, these other women, just because it's not you. Don't do that. We shouldn't do that. We should all women should be coming together, not bashing each other based off of because these men want to bash us. Go after the men. Go after the men that's, bashing us, but don't go after the men that prefer to date this nationality or this type of woman. So
that's heavy. That's heavy, guys. Listen, we appreciate you all. We appreciate the support. That is the wrap up for this one. We're gonna be out for a week because we will actually be traveling to Thailand as well too. So, there, like we said, everybody, let's just keep your opinions, man. Nobody knows what the other person is doing. Everybody be happy. Do what makes you happy. Yes. Find love. Peace. Find lust. Find whatever the hell you're looking for. But don't blame the other people for the reasoning of you being happy. You just be happy. All right? On that note, we are out.
We out.
Powered by Riverside FM.